usualsuspect6.com.
Y'all get an opportunity at the belt for once again. We so blessed to fight him.
We're giving you an opportunity.
He got the belt. He got the belt.
We came to y'all.
He got the belt. He did not come to. That's what you say. He did not come.
No matter how they try to belittle you, attack your character, create lies and false narratives, understand two things. We dress clean and we fight clean. Salute to the clean fighters.
They claim that this community is so drug-free, but it don't look that way to me.
And I started thinking to myself, man, what did he do to make them niggas that mad?
As usual suspects here. Usual suspect.
When the storms come, you grab your hooks and run.
Yo, we back. And the man said he ain't want no intro. He ain't want no intro. He said, bring me in with y'all.
Let my shirt off. Let my shirt.
Hey,
Nice. Oh, that's what's up.
That's
let
dope
my
right
shirt.
there. That's dope right there.
I like that.
Yeah.
Hey, I made it myself. I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate the shirt, man. I appreciate the whip.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
Y'all want to get B Norman? He B Norman outside. I just tried to give him one. He just happened to be over. I just tried to give him one, but I told you large or extra large, and he wear medium. So
oh man, you know
he a little Negro. So you good.
hey, before we get off here, tell him to pull up, man. Come holler at us for a little bit. But we're gonna chop it up.
Listen. I don't know if I can because he was outside playing basketball. So if I go out there and he find out I came here to do an interview, he's gonna be mad at me because he'd be saying I'd be killing family time to come do some of this boxing stuff. But I might be. Hey, look. But if he stay outside long enough, he don't come in, and I go out there, I might just get a little sneak though. But yeah,
okay. Let him know it's for the greater good. It's for the greater good. Sure. We are the working men also. You know what I'm saying? We work too. But look, this is Tales from the B-Side, episode number 14. I am KG and my boy Thomas from the Bronx, man. You know what I'm saying? And y'all see who we got here. We got Mr. I want to talk to everybody. Mr. Clean Fighter. He produced it.
Hey, look, listen. When you ain't got that big platform like a Line, Eddie Hearn, or a Line, whoever want to lie these days, you got to go to many people. Many small people you get the powers of numbers so they can leave here from the other side. You feel me? Tales from the B-Side. I already told you. You feel me?
You ain't lying.
We're all about listening to what the fighters got to say.
Yeah.
Managers, coaches, and stuff. We can have our opinions. But I'm not in the business of boxing. I'm not a manager.
Right.
I do content, so I don't know what's in the inside. So I got to take it for your word and for whoever else we get on this platform.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we brought you on, man, because your son is being, you know what I'm saying, put into a position, and I didn't even really bring you here to talk about your son, but he's being put into a position that they say he the B-side in this fight.
Oh man, listen, we're not worried about that. We ain't worried about none of that.
But I'm just saying, going forward with all the guys, you know what I'm saying, not just this situation, even in the past, you know what I'm saying, how we approach this, you know what I'm saying, and being a B-side, what's the mentality we're supposed to approach this with? You know what I'm saying? And you driving your son and you already being a fighter before and being on that blue side saying, yeah, he B-side, you know what I'm saying? He gonna take what we give him. He has to you know what I'm saying, just show up pretty much.
Well, with that being said, this ain't no take what we give you type thing, because be trying to talk to me. Uh-oh. Shut up, girl. Hold on. Where you at? Yeah. I'm coming. Yeah, man. But what I was saying, it didn't take what they give you. Like I said, when it came to the turkey, gonna give you what you want.
Mm-hmm.
You feel? What's up, dog?
Mhm.
Huh? Oh yeah, I'm in your way. Well, shit, hey man, say what's up to the people, man. What's up,
What's
job,
up,
bro?
champ? What's going on with you, champ? How you feeling?
What's going on, bro?
So we sent the shirt we sent you was too big, huh?
Yeah, my sister said she want to say what's up.
Hey, this how you doing? How you
What's
doing?
good? What's good?
But
Yeah, the
yeah,
shirt we sent you was too big, huh?
yeah, I ain't the large, I ain't the biggest brother out here.
But you walk around with your chest out like it is, though, man.
Look at my father, man. It's in my genetics. I just walk like that. Leave me alone.
But how you feeling, man? Look, this Tales for the B-side. We supposed to be talking to Pops, but look, they trying to call you the B-side in this fight, man. What's going on?
And I ain't worried about the A side or B side stuff, man. I'm just down to fight. I don't be caring about that kind of stuff.
And that's what it's supposed to be, man. You the champ too, so you know what I'm saying. So, you there to handle your business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, like that whole little thing, whatever, I think that's just, who gave it's just unnecessary. It's just unnecessary. All that A side, B side stuff. At the end of the day, you're gonna fight, you're gonna fight. Contracts already been made, this done been made, everything agreed to. I ain't trying to hear no A side, B side stuff.
But do you feel like it's necessary to sell the fight? You know what I'm saying? Because I know you don't feel like it, but on that end, do you feel like they think that's necessary to sell the fight?
Even with selling the fight, even with selling the fight, I thought selling the fight is what you did in the previous fight before. You feel me?
Yeah.
You seen what I did? That's me selling my fight. You get what I'm saying? You know when I bring it to the fight. Mike Tyson, he ain't talk too crazy. Well, let me say young Mike. He ain't talk too crazy. He was real respectful, but for some reason everybody showed up when he was about to fight. That's because we knew he was about to come with damage. So selling the fight to me is actual action, not talking. We seen a lot of people talking and we seen a little action. So I ain't worried about talking and trying to quote unquote sell the fight.
I got you. What you got, Tom?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a lot of egos are in play here. I'm not saying necessarily you, but a lot of egos get in play, and people get offended for the smallest thing. You know what I'm saying? Does that does anything like that bother you when you hear people talk and say certain things? To you, like they're clean fighters and they trying to like when they were trying to say I don't know if they were trying to insinuate you was on something, but they were trying, it was still kind of like a snark, right? Like
Yeah, no, they were trying to insinuate, like you were just saying, that I was on something. I mean, I just took 6 weeks from somebody's memory. Right fight before that, stopped somebody with a jab. Right before that, 10 months before, knocked a big monster out, Giovanni Santillan. So they're like, where all this just came from? He'll just have the subpar performance with the top rank. Now he just over here just killing everybody. So could be fear, could be whatever the case, but hey, I got tested, I think 3 times now, probably 4, and everything came back clear. So trust me, that ain't what it is. The only juice I'm on is that normal juice, or maybe Kool-Aid. That's about it.
hey, bro, you know what I dig, man? It's the southernness to us. You know what I'm saying? You kill them with kindness. I'm gonna do what you asked me to do, because look, I ain't gonna say no, I ain't gonna put up no refutes to it. I'm gonna say, yeah, I got you. So you can't, you know what I'm saying? So it can't be no running. So when we do show up, you already know what type of time it is. I ain't say no to nothing. I don't want to say yes to every damn thing, but hey,
I would say I did have a problem with it. So I was in Aruba on vacation, and I get a call. That's why the whole August 1st thing, whatever, was so big. Because I said, let's start on August 1st, because that's when I'm going to be back from a trip, pretty much. So I went to Aruba. I'm talking about chilling on the beach with my lady in the hammock, over there, feet kicked up in the sand, having a good little time. Get a call. Yeah, we need that blood, brother. So I'm on vacation, chilling and parlaying. So that's all it was that I didn't want to happen. But like you just said, cool, we're gonna do whatever it takes. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get this fight in. And come fight time, we're gonna handle business.
Yes, indeed. Let me ask you something. So the fight is in November. Would you rather have this fight a little bit earlier? Like this is kind of like a long layoff in between fights, and especially for him too. Probably surprised that it's so late in the year.
I mean, no, it's cool at the same time. I just had 2 fights back to back, 2 months apart, pretty much. That first fight in Vegas was March 31st, so might as well say April. And then after that was June, so it was boom, boom, and then not even just the fight aspect. So I like the fighting. It's just I got to fly here, fly there. I got to talk to y'all, media, not just y'all. So after I get out of this, I got to get off of this and talk to somebody else. So it's just that aspect to it. That's what get tiring with it. So the fact that it is in November is actually a good thing. I'm cool with that. And then a whole bunch more time to train specifically for one person, lock in on one person. I'm always in shape. I'm always on point. So I ain't got to go to fat camp or nothing. I'm just in here focusing on what do I need to do to perfect myself.
Now, with the camp, I mean, with the fight being all the way in November, when do you you ain't got to say exactly, but when do you realistically really start camp? Because I know you working, you staying in the gym, but you're not officially starting camp this early.
So that whole camp thing, to be real with you, the title of a camp, I don't know nothing about that for real. So quote unquote, when I start camp is September 1st, but I already been training. And then when I train, I ain't here to play around, so I'll train hard anyway. So technically speaking, I already started camp, but on papers, I guess September 1st.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, you're pretty much in shape already. You just came out of a fight, you know, less than a month, I believe, away from before. So you're pretty much already in shape. But I wanted to ask you a question. I mean, I didn't expect you to come on and be with us, but we saw you just re-signed. What was that? How did that go? What to announce resign? Was your contract almost up, or was it like a restructured contract with Top Rank?
It just love and respect for Top Rank. I mean, look at where I'm at. Look at what they got me. So we just wanted to go in and get that out the way real quick.
Okay, and what was that? Just to add more years to the contract or more fights? I think he froze up, right?
Bad. My bad. What's going on? What you looking for?
No, I was saying. So, what was it? Just to add? Was it to add a couple more years to extend the contract?
No, like go into detail.
Oh, okay.
But shoot, I'm finna go on the ride out, man. Y'all boys going to be safe and going to talk to Pops. I know you finna act a fool on here. Y'all now cussing.
Hey, yeah. We
right,
curse.
we curse.
Yeah. We curse. We ain't got no restrictions over here.
Look,
there's no restrictions.
He said he'll be cussing. He a clean fighter now. I don't touch no.
Hey, Brian Norman Jr., champ, if we don't get a chance to talk to you again, man, you already know what it is for November. Get in there and do work, man. You know what I'm saying? That's all. That's what it is. You already know.
Yeah.
All
right.
At home now. What? I'm gonna call you back. I'm at out. What's up, dog?
Yeah. But you just threw us out there. I went in there. We had questions loaded for your ass, and
we weren't even prepared. That's a pull up. He literally just pulled up on us.
It worked out. That's why I told you we don't need no pregame warm ups. We don't need none of that. Hey, look, listen. Hold on. We're gonna do it like this. See, now that's your way to know to step your game up. You got to come out the dome with it. You feel what I'm saying?
That's true. Yeah, and that was me. I texted him and said, "You want a pregame?" a few minutes before, and he literally said, "No, I don't need a pregame, man."
We don't need no pregame. No.
Yeah. I would just so you know, I pregame sometimes just to let them know what the concept of the show is.
I know. I got it because some people listen but that's why I don't need no pregame. Some people like to know what they're talking about. They like to be ready for questions. Is it something they want to talk about? Is it something they don't want to talk about? I don't care about none of that. You feel me?
Look, do you feel that's a way people sell fights? They'll prep a damn interview to say, "Hey, ask these questions and this." Because we kind of do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Me personally, if I got something I want to get out, if you ever see me interview with anybody, if I got something I want to get out, I'm gonna say it.
Yeah.
I don't need nobody to coach me in or say usher me in. I'm gonna come say it. I'm just gonna say shit.
Because we get a lot of cats, not over here, but we get a lot of cats. We hit them up. We be like, "Hey man," we'll bring them on. We be like, "Is there anything you don't want to talk?" "Oh no, man, don't talk about this. Don't talk." And then the ones that say, "I'm an open book," and then when we hit that open book, no comment. No.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
What we doing? You know what I'm saying?
I don't care about no comment. I ain't know none of that. I'm straight.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna be. Hey, the only time it's gonna be a no comment
It's some legal shit that you can't talk about.
Yeah, it's gonna be some other stuff like but it ain't gonna. Yeah, of course you might get a no comment, but it ain't gonna be nothing like more regular. It's gonna be like, I can't tell you that. You know what I'm saying? That's about it. Yeah.
And that's completely fine. But certain stuff, you know what I'm saying, cats get on here, man, and shy away from a fighter. We didn't had two stories. We had a story from Ishe Smith, and then we had the same damn story from Randall Bailey.
Yeah,
two different sides to them stories.
And I thought they were cool with each other too.
Yeah, we thought.
And I had asked them, Randall. I was like, "Yo, we had Ishe a few weeks ago, and he was telling us about your fight, and I was like, you guys are cool, right?" And he was like, "No," and I was like, "Oh, I didn't know." So they kind of like stopped us in our tracks. But then
you telling about who fight?
Who?
You were telling about who fight?
Ishe Smith and Randall Bailey.
I said you were telling about who fight though.
About Ishe Smith fighting.
Their fight, the fight that they had.
They fought each other.
Oh, I got you.
Ishe Smith won, and Ishe Smith actually gave him props on that fight. And then, we was trying to lead up to Randall Bailey, but they didn't like each other. You know what I'm saying? So, and I didn't know that.
Them boys my age. They in my era.
Yeah. So, but Randall Bailey was mad cool. Randall Bailey went in, man. Randall Bailey.
He went in. Look,
Randall Bailey still reach out to me on Instagram, on Facebook, Instagram. One of them sometimes. He must be here because he asked, can he pull up? And but B don't be like it. Because due to how Haney is, we can't trust everybody right now.
Yeah, can't play the kind of games right now.
I think Randall live in Georgia now.
Yeah, that's what I said. He be texting me. He was like, he asked me about coming to the gym and everything else. I was like, I told him it's cool to come to the gym. Told him where it was at. I think I told him where it was at and everything. But I was like, as far as the camp go, like when we come, like we don't really we can't do it right now because of stakes too high right now, and people just ain't no telling what people got going on. You feel me? I can't put nothing past Bill Haney right now. I'm so serious.
Well, look, he still got that itch. He said he'll fight. He'll come out of retirement and fight Edgar Berlanga.
Is that what he said?
Yep.
How old is Randall Bailey now?
What, 51?
Yeah, that's kind of. I knew he was older. I knew he was older than me. Yeah.
He's like 51. Yeah, and he was saying that, and it was funny. He was saying that was before Berlanga fought Shiraz.
So he'll definitely come out and do it now.
Yeah. So he was like, he said, I told you, because I had texted him after that. He said, I told you. I think KG reached out too. He said, I told you. He started laughing. He said, Randall was a trip, man. Randall was great, man. I mean,
we didn't have
like I said, he texted me sometime on Messenger or whatever. It seemed like a real cool dude. I might can get with him and get him to the gym and maybe meet him in person later after this. But like right now, I just can't.
Yeah, not right now. You know what I'm saying? We understand the times. But we've had several other old fighters on. We had John Iceman Scully on. We had Ross Thompson on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And all of them, you know what I'm saying? Everybody came in and told stories, man. You know what I'm saying? John Scully came in and told us about the Muhammad Ali Act and how, you know what I'm saying, how they're trying to do away with it, and you know what I'm saying, what was the meaning behind it. All the damn fighters that got snubbed as far as their Hall of Fame that he felt. You know what I'm saying? He spoke real high of Marlon Stallings. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But so man.
Yeah, we need more of that, especially from these young fighters that don't even know the old fighters that paved the way for them. They don't even feel like they need to pay homage, because it's just like anything. If y'all don't know if y'all got older kids or whatever, but our kids don't think you've been where they at. You feel what I'm saying? These entitled kids coming up in the game now thinking they just got here. Nah, you didn't just get here. Everything you're doing, even the skills you're being taught, even the skills you're learning, that was made way by others going through the trials and era and tribulation. You know what I'm saying? That was going through by them people. So we got to pay homage to the old school all the time.
Yeah, absolutely. And the old school fighters, and like every fighter we bring on here, they always talk about like the fighters today. They're spoiled. They
big time. Grind, big time.
They had to grind to get what they got.
Absolutely. I told my son a long time ago. I said, bro, that's in life, not even just fighting. I said, let me tell you how you get a head start. Women, it started with women. That was the conversation started. But I said, bro, let me tell you something. You being a real man will put you light years ahead of these dudes these days. You know what I'm saying? That's what I told him. And that's with fighting. That's with anything. You just being a real man, a stand-up man, a man of integrity. You ain't got to lie. You ain't got to go around faking. You ain't got to do all that. When they see the realness in you, you're gonna be like a unicorn compared to these dudes running around with. You know what I'm saying? How they running around. You feel me? So that's proven to be true so far.
Yeah, for sure. So I mean, let's go into your career a little bit. Like I try to see if you had any amateur fights. Did you have an amateur career before you turned?
Yeah, I had a small amateur field. I had some, yeah.
Okay.
I had about a dozen, a little over a dozen amateur fights, whatever else. So I got my feet wet. What it was I started fighting at 15 years old. Then I had kids. I had my first child at 15 years old. I got a 31-year-old son, and I'm 46. So I just turned 46, and he just turned 31. So I tell you how that went.
Sound like my little brother. Sound like my little brother.
Yeah. Lil B, like I tell people, Lil B is my fourth child, and I had him at 21. And it was supposed to be one right before him. He was supposed to be my fifth child. You feel me?
Oh man.
But yeah, it was just one of them things. I found something I didn't know how to use it, so I had to learn.
That's what that do.
Yeah, right. It took me time. I done found somebody that got. It was the same girl. I found somebody that got her own place. Like how I go. You can't just give it. It's a kid in the candy store. You can't just give me that free candy. My teeth gonna fall out. You feel me? I'm gonna eat up all the candy. So that's what happened, man. I was amateur. I was amateur for a while. Then when the kids and then real life set in. That's why I always tell B. That's why B don't have no kids. I'm like, bro, keep that real life out of that. Even I kept him staying with me. Even when he started making money, I kept him with me till he was like 22 years old. So he just moved out like 3 years ago. You feel me? And he was like, man, well, come on, Dave. Like he was making good checks. You feel what I'm saying? I was like, nah. Like why? For what? You feel what I'm saying? I don't hold you back. You can do what you feel what I'm saying? You can do what you want to do. You drive like. What do you want? Why are you so in a rush? To leave? But he kept pushing to do it, and he felt like he needed to do it. So I going and said, "Man, we're going to handle your business then," and it worked out for him. So it's all good.
And that's necessary right there. You know what I'm saying? Like what we were just talking about them. Today's fighters being spoiled. They get the bag a little too soon. They don't know how to act.
Yes.
And you restraining. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say restraining yourself, but holding on to his coattail a little tighter. Like hold on, real quick. Hold on.
Yes.
Don't rush the damn, you know what I'm saying? Continue being the Torres or our kid, goddamn. You ain't got to damn jump out here.
Right.
Not so quick. Because look.
So I'm showing the way, but he ended up doing it, and he ended up going through his that's crazy, identical, because I did the same thing. I wasn't raised in a poor environment, but I ended up in a poor environment due to my own choices by having kids at 15 years old. And then, my mom and my dad, what I'm saying? It was like more of a rebellious thing. Like, it's like it wouldn't help me. I ain't want to ask for no help. You feel what I'm saying?
I tighten my belt up. He said, I tighten my belt up, man. I ain't asking for nothing.
Yeah, you're right. That's what I did. So I actually went from a 2-parent home, had the latest Jordans, had Sega Genesis, Nintendo, any kind of game you can ask for. I had everything I wanted. I just was bad by nature, just for no reason. I'm just one of them kids. And then, like I said, I found my way at the bottom by my own, and then I found my way back up on my own. So it is what it is.
But you learn from it at the same time, and then
I wouldn't change it for the world.
Yeah,
B did the same thing. Even when he moved out at 22. I won't tell too much of this story, but he told me, like I said, I say all the time, fighters, no matter how much a fighter make, they make good money, but they still live check to check. So you would have to imagine if you give a young fighter $50,000, how is that fighter going manage that $50,000 before his next fight? If you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Like people say, man, if I do this, exactly. If you do that, you're gonna spend all your money like you ain't got no damn sense. That's what you're gonna do, and you ain't gonna be responsible. So
especially with the older fighters, like where they had to grind, you don't know when your next fight is going to be.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely, man. Absolutely. So he like I said, he kind of did the same thing, but he did it by choice. I did it by choice too. He did it by choice. He didn't even say, I didn't know nothing. I didn't know he was going through nothing. And he told me one day, I was like, for real? And he was like, yeah. He was like, I was just, I had to make my way. I told you I would, what I'm saying, because I wanted him to stay. He was like, he didn't want to come back to me, I guess, and tell me I was right.
That's the stubbornness.
Right.
It is. But look, that's a part of us that's in them that we
absolutely. That's why I said it happened the same way. So it's all good. It worked out. I guess it was God's plan. He got that little bit of know-how how he can do it on himself. But like you said, we talk about fighters being spoiled. He definitely wasn't spoiled when it came to that. I tried to hold on to him as much as I could, but I did instill in him all of that Don't put no unnecessary pressure on yourself, like babies, unnecessary bills, a bunch of cars. You know, you don't want to do all that because all that stuff takes a little bit of grooming and maintenance and a whole lot of care. So you don't depend on what it is. So that takes away from from the real prize of what you're trying to do in life. And right now, that's boxing.
Now, as far as all that, you speaking of family and you know what I'm saying in your infrastructure, how did you then guide him when it came to an entourage, like the people that want to be around him?
Oh, we on that right now. That's what we on right now. I always told him, he knew it was me and him. It was always just me and him. Always. I'm talking me and him. You know, friends and everybody else, you know, that tell you they know us, tell you they grew up with us. Yeah, many of my folks. Yeah, they are my folks. They are our folks. Absolutely. 100. They're my man's pots and pans. But at the same time, we really usually ride solo. You feel what I'm saying? We usually ride solo, whatever else. So now that, you know, the stakes got a little higher, we ride a little deeper, maybe 2-3 people deeper, maybe 2. I ain't gonna say 2 or 3. They definitely not 3. 1 deeper for sure, maybe 2 deeper. That's it. You feel what I'm saying? So now we still ain't we ain't riding with no entourage. We ain't rolling like that. We ain't trying to bring all that attention to ourselves. We ain't trying to do all that. We cool.
So you completely cool being a family of fighters of the people. Y'all don't need security.
Man, 1,000. We don't need no security. We don't need. I don't understand that. When we go places, it's just like anything. It's all I saw. For example, Devin Haney. I watched Devin Haney. We were in the same venue at the same event with Turkey Al Sheik. Everybody was there. That was when they were doing their ring sparring in Brooklyn. Do y'all know about that? So when they did that, I watched Devin Haney because I wanted to see for myself. I watched that man come in. Nobody attacked Devin Haney. Nobody was. And this is a boxing event.
Yeah.
This is a boxing venue where more people gonna be fans of you as a boxer than anything. You feel what I'm saying? Because there were not only boxers to box some of the boxers' families, the people they came with. There was a lot of people in there. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, nobody was attacking Devin Haney. You feel what I'm saying? Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, and to let people know, when Haney went in, he went in the early part when it was packed, when it was a lot of people, because it died out towards the end. It was like 5 hours that night. It was the same night as the Amanda Serrano Katie Taylor fight, which he ended up going to afterwards.
We were there. We were at both. We were there at both. We saw him at both. And when he went in both of those venues, anytime you saw him, people were doing the same thing they was doing to my virtually unknown son. They would come to him, hey man, can I get an interview? Can I get an interview? Can I get a picture? Can I, you know what I'm saying? Can you sign this? Can you say, you feel what I'm saying? That's it.
Yeah.
So to me, it's no different than when you tired or when you gotta go, all right, man, I gotta ride, man, I'm gonna holler at y'all later. It's all respect. Nobody jumping out the window for Devin Haney. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, but they make it seem that way because I got to see, like, I knew about the event because Eric Kelly was one of the guys there, and I know Eric Kelly for the Box Raw for the sparring. But at the Amanda Serrano, his entourage, they sat where I was sitting because I had credentials, but I was in ringside. They sat to right, and I got to talk to Kevin Newman. Because Kevin Newman is part of the team too, but his whole entourage, that guy, your favorite guy, Tank, he was there.
You talking about Elroy? No, his name is Elroy. You talking about Elroy?
Elroy.
I don't get it.
He was like at the edge of the seat of the corner, like really, like it was extra. To me, it was extra. But nobody was jumping out.
Nobody jumping out the window to talk to this man. Nobody want to talk to him like that.
Yeah,
you're not even that interested to talk to. It's just, hey man, how you doing, Devin Haney? Can I get the interview? It's just like with anybody else. If you see us there, whatever, you go ask for the same thing. Hey, boss man, if that's what you do, hey, boss, can I get a picture with you? You know what I'm saying? This and that, whatever. It's not nothing. It's no big deal. It's okay. Yeah. Ain't nobody pulling. He ain't Michael Jackson. Ain't nobody pulling. Floyd needs security. When Floyd came through, I seen Floyd one time coming through the MGM after Chandler Crawford Spence. That was a whole event when Floyd came through. You feel what I'm saying? And it was a place for the boxing. Maybe the security and the team he had with him caused that uproar. Maybe that's what made it bigger than it was. But yeah, Floyd came through. Floyd was like ducked off, and people was, it got loud. It's like a whole bunch of loud happened because I was trying to figure out what was going on. And I turned around, saw these big guys coming through, and then when he passed by, I ain't seen him from the front. I turned around, and then I saw the jacket and everything in the back. Little his head between them big old guys, and that was just Floyd. You feel what I'm saying? But Floyd, I can understand, but Devin want to be like Floyd so bad, it's crazy.
But do you blame that on the damn on the I guess the surroundings? That's what I guess the gym he grew up around. So
I don't know.
like I said, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. But what you grow
I
up
don't.
around is what rubs off. And it like for instance, your son, he grew up around work.
Yeah. We don't do
You
that.
see what I'm saying? We grew up around work.
Terrence Crawford is a bigger star right now than Devin Haney, right?
Yeah.
Terrence Crawford is solo dolo everywhere. Terrence Crawford, watch this. Terrence Crawford said my son fight in Vegas. Terrence Crawford, I'm not saying it's being slimy, I'm just saying to be what I saw. You know, he dark skinned. He had a dark blue hoodie on.
That nigga black.
He black. He said he black. So he said his dark ass at the slot machine, right? Nobody noticed him. We sat there and talked for the longest. Clarissa Shields came out. She was there too. Clarissa. Now I know Clarissa, and I know Bud too, but he didn't speak to us first. Clarissa came out. So when she was speaking, and I turned around, I spoke to her and everything else. Then she said, "Hey." I guess she noticed Bud. I don't know. They talked on the phone or whatever else. This Negro had been sitting there. I don't know how long. Nobody noticed him. You feel me? This is the famous Terrence Crawford. You feel me?
Yeah, but I've seen it in person too. Terrence Crawford usually by himself, like this.
By himself. That man, he stood up. So everybody when they say, "Oh, what's up, doc?" Everybody, hey, what's up? All love. It ain't no pandemonium with it ain't none of that going on. So it ain't going on with Devin either. He's just trying to be something he's not, man. He needs that. I don't know, bro. He got too much going on. He want to be something so bad.
Let me play devil's advocate just for a little bit because I do that sometimes and people get mad at me when I do that. But could it be maybe, there's a lot of people that do hate Devin Haney outside the arena. Maybe he does need, the security and the entourage. He does hold a lot of jewelry on himself.
Right.
Well. So that's a reason for that.
That's a real possibility. I don't know that kind of hate. People dislike me or hated me or whatever they wanted to say. When I go places like New York, when I was up there, I got nothing but love from everybody. I didn't get no hate from one person, not one person. In fact, the only thing I ever got from anybody outside of the internet was at my son's fight in Vegas. There was a fat white guy coming down the escalator. He went right before he got to the bottom. He was a good ways away from me. And I mean, not to say I would have did nothing anyway. I'm just showing how cowardice he was. He was like, or how cowardly he was. He was like, yeah, but I bet you won't do that. Cause my son stopped the guy with a jab. Yeah, but you won't fight Boost or you won't do that to Boost. Yeah, you gonna keep ducking that. When he came down, he went to taking off damn near running. I'm not running at him. I'm not looking at him. I mean, it's fat white boy. I'm like, that's the only situation I had any kind of way outside of the internet. That's it.
It might have been Dan Raphael, man.
Look, that's literally the only issue or instance I had with anybody outside of anything. Even the Boost fans, even the ones they see me, they talk to me, they see I'm cool, and it's a completely different story. It's a completely different person. So, but like I said, with Devin Haney, if he deals with, I see he does get a considerate amount of hate. Why is that? I don't know. I don't know I ain't got nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do it. I know I get a certain amount of hate myself, but I don't get it outside. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what he got going on or what kind of threats he may have or what kind of fear he may have. But I just still think it's unnecessary. But hey, who am I?
Look. Like you call me big dog. Hey, big dog. This is what I always see.
Yeah.
He ain't the villain. He's the son of the villain.
Right.
That's all it is, man.
I mean, he's by himself all the time, though. That's what's crazy. Bill's usually by himself. I don't really see him with any entourage.
No, he don't.
Bill ain't talking about Bill. Bill ain't talking about Bill. He's talking about
that's the thing. You're absolutely right. Bill is by himself. You know why? Because Bill is from the old school. Bill he don't need no damn security.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He allow his son. I wouldn't even allow my son. He'd allow his son to do that. That's how I feel. I'm not saying that's what it is. I'm not saying that's for a fact. That's how I feel. He's allowing his son to do that kind of stuff. With me, like we just talked about entourage in certain situations. I make sure I keep my son as grounded as possible. I keep him in check as possible. Not that he need it right now at this age, but I still say my say. I still speak my piece, and I can tell it still touches him to a certain extent, and he still listens to what I say. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So my son go, do you think I need a bodyguard? Hell no, you don't need a bodyguard. You feel what I'm saying? We gonna rock like that. You know what I mean? But that's me. You feel me? That's again, I always gave Bill credit for the raising of his son, a young man that don't have no issues besides this female stuff he just had. But a lot of us have them problems or whatever. But outside of that, he ain't going around, robbing and hitting people with cars. He ain't going around getting drunk. You know what I'm saying? All of that. So I think he did a pretty good job outside of that.
Hey, I'm gonna put this disclaimer out here real quick, Thomas, for anybody that want to try to play semantics to think this is not a B-side story. These are all B-side stories because the B-side starts from the origin, and he's telling the origin. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty much how you raise the consistency and the continuity that comes out of your kid. You can either live vicariously through them, or you can raise your kid to damn be, you know what I'm saying, to be something. You know what I'm saying? And how they damn turn about it. And I'm not knocking nobody because it don't come with a man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can raise your kids to be there flashy and flamboyant. You can raise them to be hard workers. You get what I'm saying? It's what the damn pros and cons and what weighs out and what, you know what I'm saying, if the pros outweigh the cons. That's what, you know what I'm saying? So I'm saying that because I don't want nobody to say, why is he on here talking about Devin Haney and Bill Haney so much? These are all B-side stories because it relates to, you know what I'm saying, the raising of your kids and how you produce them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they got to remember. You said, well, I'm talking about Dave and Bill. That's who we fighting, and that's who we dealing with, and that's who we're supposedly on the B side too, right? So these are B side stories.
Exactly.
So how you want to rock that? You feel what I'm saying? It started with me. I guided my son all the way to the A side in real life. Outside of this fight right here, I got him to that side in real life. Outside of this right here, because of what I've been through. You feel what I'm saying? I let him know how to deal with B-side situations and how to stay away from this and how to stay away from that. So you talking to the real B-side right here. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate you coming on for real, because you get to speak to the kids that ain't got fathers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all see my shirt I made.
Yeah, clean fighter.
Yeah.
But you gonna plug the hell out of this. You doing me a favor because when I click this up,
I got you. Yeah, I know. Hey, I know what I'm doing. I told you I'm off the dome. I know what I'm doing, man. Clean fighter, baby. Clean fighter.
Like I said, I respect that, man. But go ahead, Thomas. My bad, man.
Yeah, I was gonna get into your career a little bit. Like, tell us some interesting stories you had, like being in the B side, coming up in any situations.
Man,
what nonsense you had to go through in any particular fight. I mean, you fought Gene Pascal.
Yeah, I got 2 minute stories, but I got 2 minute stories, bro. I can give you some more of the dirtier, I'm gonna say dirty stories. It's like blatant stories. One, I fought 2006. I fought a guy called Mean Gene, Joe Green. Mean, I think his nickname was Mean, but it was Joe Green out of New York. Fought him in Madison Square Garden. Get in Madison Square Garden, everything cool. We doing what we doing.
I think it had a Jerry curl.
Huh?
That nigga had a Jerry curl?
No.
It was 2006. Come on, man.
So I'm in Madison Square Garden. Well, when we get there, New York, we already got our tests. We already got our blood test, but New York require extra tests like EKG, cardiac, some, you know what I'm saying, stuff. Different tests. CAT scan, there you go, CAT scan, EKG, so different tests. So when I get there, you supposedly already have done your medicals before you ever get there. So they say, you haven't done your medicals. I did do my medicals. Well, we got this, we got that. So what? I didn't know I had to do that. So somebody should have told me that. Okay, cool. Well, we got to take you around. So this is the weigh-in day. This is the day of the weigh-in. Taking me around, man, they wearing me out. Y'all know how it is. Just carrying me everywhere. I'm sitting in the waiting room for hours. Man, it was all bad, right? I do the EKG, I do the MRI, I do everything. All right, we leave, go weigh in. We do. Day of the fight. Yes, day of the fight. This should be illegal. Day of the fight, they come to me. Hey, we got a problem. What's the problem? And somebody else told me they did the same thing, and I was like, ain't that a bitch? we got a problem. What's the problem? One of your tests came back with something wrong. We got to see what's going on with it. What's on your CAT scan? It said something going on with your brain, and it was like inconclusive. We got to go look at it, and we need to go run some more tests. They do the same. This is the day of the fight. They do the same thing again early that morning, whatever. I was running around again. I get to the doctor. I do the MRI, the CAT scan, or whatever again. Till this day, I still ain't got the results.
Wow.
It was all games, man. It was all games.
It's all about the shenanigans, man.
It was games, bro. It was game, man. Listen, man, I got stories, bro. I had 30 fights in 6 years. 30 fights in 6 years. You got people right now that's been pro 7, 8, 9, 10, 14. Even my last opponent, Greg Hackett, I think he went pro when I retired. I think 08 or 11, something like that. He been pro 14, 15 years, and he still ain't got as many fights as I got.
Now, speak to that. Was this hustle, or was this I was actually trying to get there?
No. I was in a good place. Like I just told you a minute ago about finding my way to the bottom. Yeah. I found my way to the bottom, and then God brought me right back to the top very, very quickly. I found my way to the bottom at 15. By 21, I was back on top. You feel what I'm saying? So 21, don't lie. I had I worked it was Bell South at the time, Bell South AT&T. I was a top technician. What I did, you asked me how, because I was a high school dropout. It was all by the grace of God. I had a buddy of mine that taught me some things. I went and got my GED. He taught me electricity. He taught me electronics. He taught me certain things, and I learned the formula of whatever else, and I took these tests. I was a top technician. If anybody want to look it up, I was a digital technician for AT&T. It was Bell South at first, though. Southern Bell Hill at first, but then it was Bell South, and then it was AT&T still. They still AT&T. So I retired. Well, I didn't retire. I'm sorry. Then I left AT&T, but I was a digital technician, which meant I was the top type of technician. So I made the top money of any technician at 21 years old. Off top. 5 years in, you are making the same thing as a man that's been there 40 years. So
no pregame.
Let me tell you, it was a union, full benefits. So I got all my kids, everything covered. That's when I went back to boxing at 21. Okay. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why I had the earlier fights early. Then I went back to boxing at 21. That's how that started. You feel me? So, but yeah, man, I was on it, man. I went from making, $9.36 an hour to making a lot of money. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Instantly. So, my life turned around instantly at 21 years old. That was right when B was born. B ain't never struggled a day in his life outside of when he wanted to struggle. When I just told you the struggle that he put himself in. If he was outside of that point, he ain't struggling. He had the same thing. He had the latest shoes, all the games. He was raised the exact same way. You feel what I'm saying? But only thing was I raised him by myself. So, and I'm not saying to be funny by no female, but there was no feminine energy at all. You feel me? I had my daughter with me too. Even my daughters are slightly on the rough side. They girls, but they was raised by their daddy. So you know what I'm saying? They got a little roughness to them.
If you remember what I tell you last time we talked, man, I said I'm a single father of 2 daughters. You know what I'm saying?
Man, congratulations. Keep it going.
Same thing, man. I got a 16-year-old, 13-year-old.
Listen, I got to give you a tip. on that. Do you have any boys?
Nah, just the 2 girls.
Okay, so that might be better for you then. See, for me, I was extremely hard. I was extremely hard because like I said, where I went to, it had made me extremely hard. I was mean. I was a different type of person back then. I'm not even the same person no more. But I'm gonna say what I feel like I shorted my girls on was like when it came to my girls and girl problems. I tell my partner, he got the same situation. He was a single daddy too. Where I shorted my girls on is that I didn't even try to see their side of nothing. I just raised them off of what I knew. You feel what I'm saying? I didn't try to learn nothing different. I didn't try to change nothing. Like I told them, everything came from a male point of view. You feel me? Yeah. There was zero feminine activity. When they asked me something about this or that, and I say, you know what I said to them, and this was real bad. Like I said, I ain't perfect. Hey, look, I was a man. I was born a man. I don't know how to raise a woman. Call your mama, cause hey, look, this bullshit. I was a bitter baby daddy. You feel what I'm saying?
No, but look.
So when they come out, I'll be like, call your mama. You feel what I'm saying?
See, what I did was I tried to separate the two because I was like, you know what? When I started taking them out, I started noticing. I said, both of them don't like this shit. So I started noticing. I said, you know what? Y'all got different personalities. And I told myself, I said, I ain't gonna do what my mama did. And if you got brothers, and depending on how far the age gap is, I'm damn near 3 years older than my little brother.
Right.
My mom used to dress us alike.
Right. Y'all don't like the
You see
same
what I'm
thing.
saying?
Right.
So I was
right.
like,
right.
I don't want to do that to my daughters. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I was
like, yeah.
I'm damn near taller than this nigga. He damn near 3 years younger
Right.
than me,
Right.
light skinned. I'm like, why am I dressed like him?
Hey man, but look, what that is, man, just always, keep an open mind and keep learning and keep doing what you're doing. And like you said, I'm glad you paid attention to that and just keep paying attention to them girls, because I didn't pay attention to them like I should have, and because it was easy for me to raise men, it was easy for me to raise boys. It wasn't that easy for me to raise girls. I raised my girls like boys. You feel what I'm saying?
That's what I was shooting for. If people said, hey, if it's right, I go shoot again. I go create me a world champion, goddamn it, make me a queen fighter. You know what I'm saying? Don't play with me.
Hey, I can tell you this from one of my partners or whatever, though. When you do that, you're going to end up with 2 more girls.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But it's all good, man. Hey, I made it through. They made it through. But like I said, when it came to you asked me back to the whole gist of what you asked me, and I told you I was top technician. Money was not an issue, so that was a good thing and a bad thing. Mm-hmm. The fights that I took and the things I did, mine was an experience situation, because I told you I only had about a dozen or so amateur fights.
I want to ask you about that too, but go ahead.
Yeah, so mine was a little different. I couldn't travel. I couldn't go to the regionals. I couldn't go to the nationals. I couldn't do anything. Everything I did was on a state level, and I went like Florida. I fought in Florida, fights. Stuff that was regional, where I could go to a club show, but I couldn't do a regional tournament because there's no way. At 20, I'm raising kids by myself. There was no way I could leave them. Where I'm gonna leave my kids at? You feel what I'm saying? I wasn't the kind of person. I didn't have and Bill tell you this. If you ever talk to him again, he'll tell you I had zero, nothing behind me. Like I said, my mama didn't was what it was, but I had like my mama, my daddy. I didn't have a support system at all. I didn't have no cousins. I got a brother, but everybody had their own thing. It was literally just me. My kids can't tell you they spent the night at their cousin's house. They're not going to tell you they spent the night at their auntie house. Never. Never.
It's the same for me. My aunts are very old school. So I didn't live with my mom and dad. I lived with my aunts and my uncles, and they were very old school. They kept us, me and my brothers and my sisters, in the same house, and just we couldn't go anywhere. We couldn't stay past a certain time. Curfew was mad early. We had to be home by a certain time for dinner. You know what I'm saying? Like they were real, old school, real strict and stuff like that. But we weren't allowed to spend the night in nobody's house, cousins, nobody.
Good thing about that. Here go a good thing about that. I got this is outside, but this is to any females that may be listening, and them fellas if y'all don't know this. So when me and my baby mama broke up, they're my son, mama, all of my 4 kids. I got one more that's 11, so I got 2 baby mamas, but I raised the 4 by myself. So check it out. When me and her broke up and I got out there on the streets and I started doing what I was doing, I found out, this is a touchy subject, but I didn't know this. So I'm about 26, 27 years old later, finding out. So I done been out there and everything, and I started asking questions. I was like, I did not know that so many women were like molested, raped, aggravated. I didn't know that. I had no clue. So I started hearing stories. So I started asking everybody. And I promise you, 90% of women that I knew and that I asked told me they had a certain situation. So what I did, hold on, this goes back to what you just said about not spending the night. So what I did was I was like, what? And then I went to asking everybody that I knew then, like, this can't be true. I couldn't be this old and not know that this going on out here in these streets. So I asked my daughters, and I still ask them to this day. But I don't ask them no more because of the last time I asked about a year ago. I asked my daughters, I said, listen, have you ever had anybody try anything on you like cousin, anybody, you know, you could tell me. Mind you, my daughter is 29. One of my daughters 29. The other one finna be 28. She'll be 28 in November. So those my daughters are 29 and 28. I said, you ever had anything or any kind of situation like that? They were like, no. Then guess what she said? You ain't never let us go nowhere. I was like, no. I said, you right.
He said, I ain't never get down like that. So yeah.
I said, look, this was the last time. Like I said, I asked them through the years, but they never said this until the last time. Like about a year or two ago, they was like, you ain't never let us go. Said, you ain't never let us spend the night nowhere. I said, you're right. Oh shit, you didn't. We good. You did.
Yeah. And get down like that, man.
Yeah, with no uncles, no cousins, with none of that going on. They was here. Yeah.
Look, it won't no sitting on no laps. I ain't let my daughter sit on my lap because I don't even want y'all comfortable sitting on. You know what I'm saying?
Brother, man, we can have a whole nother conversation and a whole nother show about that. I gotta say this last one. That's boys and girls, and I make it a point. They can hear me. Well, anyway, I made this a point, and I asked my oldest daughter. I can't remember what we was talking about. This was probably a week ago. I said, think about this. When the last time, I said, do you ever remember growing up and ever being in the room naked with me ever? She was like, no. I said, you know why? I made it a point. I never was in the room with you naked or nothing after you was about 3-4 years old. There's no point.
Yeah.
There was no point.
Yeah.
You know how to clean yourself. You know how to do everything. You know, about 3-4 years old, they're not gonna remember, past that. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's boys and girls. Not one of them.
Yeah.
There's no point. There's no point for you to be in a room with nobody naked. You feel what I'm saying? Like, what?
No point.
Yeah, go put your clothes on, clean yourself, do what you got to do. You feel what I'm saying? And whatever.
No, you're right.
Yeah, man.
It's a crazy world out there, man. I was fortunate enough, and I never had a problem because I never did anything, obviously. But and parents, they depended on me and they thought I was reliable. I coached Little League baseball for like 13 years.
That's what's up, man.
And parents used to request them play for me. That you had usually the parents, usually coaches of a team is usually because they have kids on the team, coaching the team. And you got some parents at times like saying they want to do a get together and at their house, whatever. And I never did any of that stuff.
Yeah,
the most get together we ever did if I had a barbecue at the field and it was
right. Then y'all go home. Then y'all go home.
Spending the nights nowhere or anything.
Yeah. Y'all go home.
And I always made it my business too. Is another thing is that I was very, very careful and very respectful because these are kids. I never spoke to the kids direct about practice or games. I always said, let me speak to the parents of Francis Espinal or Edward Rodriguez or whatever. I always said, let me speak to the parents. And if the kid picked up the phone, they'd be like, what's up, coach? I'll be like, hey, what's good? Let me speak to your mom or dad.
That's protocol, right? That's proper protocol. I like that. That's good. Yeah, that's good. That's very commendable, big dog.
Yeah.
But look, let's bring it back to boxing. You said about your amateur career. You say you had 12 fights?
Yeah, 12, 13, something like that. Yeah.
Now, what's your damn, standpoint on amateur? Do I need 12 fights or do I need 100 fights?
Yes, you need about. It depends.
Because I'm saying, like some dudes, Cuba, they keep their guys in the Ukraine, keep their guys in the Amis too long.
That's too much. That's too much. In my opinion, it depends on the fighter. But 100 or so, that's going to, because we had it like that. But that's going to happen because you're so young.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to happen because he started boxing at 7, but started fighting at 8. That's the 8 years old. 8 years old is the first year you compete. So that's going to happen generally just because you're in the game, because you're doing this, because you're doing that, and you're trying, of course, the more the better when it comes to the experience wise. But as far as and it's always good to start early. There's an exception to every rule. Like you hear about a Deontay Wilder that started late and he be successful at it, and then you hear like a Frank Martin that started late and he's somewhat successful at it. That's very far in between stories, though. There are exceptions to every rule, and people got to understand that. You know what I'm saying? I know everybody like to think they're special, and you are special in your own very own way. That don't mean you special in this way, that way. That don't mean you can choose which way you special in. You feel me? So with that being said, you definitely need amateur fights. And if anybody listening to me, this is what you especially need. You need losses as amateur. You need them. You need them. You need to win. You need to win. Of course, you ain't fighting to lose, but you fighting and fighting and fighting that you're going to lose. If you keep testing yourself enough and pressing, you're going to lose in your life. You need to know how you're going to deal with a loss. You need to know, because I only lost once as an amateur. And the loss that I got as an amateur was to Buddy McGirt's son. And I tell people I was 12, I think it was 12 or 30, it was one of the two. I tell people I was 12-0 or 13-0, but the truth, because they announced Buddy McGirt Jr. as the winner, but in my book they put me as the winner, and I think I won the fight anyway. So I tell people, y'all might hear me come back and tell people I was 12-0 damn. But I'm telling you the truth. That's what happened, though. You feel what I'm saying? That's what happened. In my book, I was undefeated. In my book, I was undefeated, but they had Buddy McGirt. We was in Florida, in St. Petersburg, in his hometown. Buddy McGirt was coaching his son, and I fought Buddy McGirt Jr. Tall southpaw, 165. I think we fought that. You feel what I'm saying? I think I won. They announced, like I said, they announced him as the winner, but in my book, I was the winner. So it's you can take that however you want to take that. You feel what I'm saying? With that being said, though, but then when I got older and I didn't know how to lose. I didn't know how to lose. I didn't know, like, when I lost, it was pretty catastrophic, because I was, like I told you, I did what I did in life, and I went to the bottom. I went to the bottom in life at 15 years old and worked my way back up by myself, you know what I'm saying, to where I was, and I'm raising kids. I'm doing what I do. You can't pretty much tell me nothing. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you have to think about the confidence, how high, you know, how kids, you can't tell them nothing anyway. So if you got a kid that did all of that on his own, what are you going to tell him?
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So when I actually did lose, it was catastrophic, because now I was lost. I was real deal lost in life in general. I was lost. Like, I had done so much, but I was lost. I was lost. Like, I felt like I should have listened. I felt like I messed up somewhere. You feel what I'm saying? I felt like I needed to humble myself, which was probably true, but I did the wrong thing. And I started looking for help everywhere. I was literally, instead of me cussing coaches out when they were trying to, this is a true story. Instead of me cussing coaches out when they telling me to stop doing this and stop doing that, and I know what I'm doing. And look, this is a true story. This is a true statement. I'll tell you what, if I'm doing it wrong, why don't you find somebody that can beat me? This is my gym, because I was the best one in my gym. That's a true story. Yeah. If I'm doing it bad, then why can't none of your guys beat me?
Exactly.
Why can't none? Find you somebody that can beat me. You tell them I'm doing all I need to do. Well, find somebody to beat me. You feel what I'm saying? That's who I was. That's just who I was. So anyway, when I did lose for real, when I did lose on a real level or whatever else, I was shattered, pretty much, and I was looking for guidance and looking for this and looking for that, and I was willing to listen to everybody about everything. And it ended up being the wrong thing, because, people take advantage and they don't even know. Some people don't know what the hell they're talking about. So with Brian Norman Jr., I took a different approach. And I tell him, listen, don't shy away from listening to everybody, but you already got your learning from me. You already got your own knowledge. If you listen to somebody and it makes sense and it goes the way and it goes with what you already know, and you can add it on to, and you can make it relate to what you got going on, you can use it. If it sounds craziness, foolishness, close your ears and throw it out the window. You feel what I'm saying? But I tell him, make sure you listen to everybody. If you got the time, you can pick up game from anybody. You feel what I'm saying?
True.
Yeah.
I told my daughter that, look, my daughter played basketball, and she was like, Dad, this coach trash. I'm like, nah. I said, listen to him. I said, there's meat there. I said, throw it away the bone. I said, you're gonna find something there. You're gonna stumble across
you just gotta find it. Yeah, find what you can use. Yeah. You gotta find what you can use.
When you were saying about taking a loss and how to bounce back, I speak boxing like I speak life, like any damn thing. I asked the damn guy about a guy told me he was a beast forklift driver. I said, you ever dropped anything? He said, nah. I said, you ain't no forklift driver then.
Not at all. I was a forklift driver. That's why I was making 936 here. I was a forklift driver.
You ain't no folklore driver until you drop something.
Hey, I dropped a lot of stuff, baby. Hey, but then when you get back up, you get it together, you the man there, baby.
How you bounce back, yeah.
You slide there.
Because they see, look, I was working for Budweiser. I come flying out the damn cooler. They say, man,
You dropped the whole goddamn family.
I'm flying up, bro. Look, I'm flying out there. They said, bro, you don't even care. I said, bro, I didn't drop shit before. I said, I ain't worried about this, man. This shit.
Hey, but get what I dropped. I work for a dry storage place. You know what a dry storage place is?
Uh-huh.
They keep like grocery food, like dry food, like perishable, like non-perishables, like ragu. I'm gonna say ragu is like corn, like cornbread, like stuff you can just put in your cabinets, right?
Yeah.
So like now, okay, so
stuff,
there you go. So ragu, we had a ragu section. Y'all know what ragu is, right?
Hell yeah.
Man, ragu stack so damn high, bro. Y'all, can you imagine, bro? And then can you imagine? And if you seen it fall, can you imagine watching it fall? You know it's coming, bro.
Jesus.
So we like you got 5 stories, but the ragu is like the 3rd story up. So it's up in the air. But you know me, I'm the man on these streets. You feel me? I pull it. You know how we do. You feel me? I shut that thing up. I snatch that thing in the reverse. I turn that with a skirt. Uh-oh. You see it coming from a million miles away, bro. It's over with, though.
Bro, look. I do you this one right here. Look. I was a master at dropping shit because I knew when to drop shit. Look, me and my roommate, we came across these little shorties. And they were strippers. So we started throwing strip parties at the crib. So when we started throwing strip parties, we was like, hey, man, who gonna drop a pallet this week?
You gotta go home early.
It's 98 cases of suitcases, the 24 packs on the pallet.
Yeah.
Drop the pallet. First shift used to come in, they'll salvage through the bills, and they'll get the ones that still salvageable. Yeah. And they'll sell us cases of 30 for $6 a piece. We'll sell the bills $2 a piece at the party. So we'll be like, yeah.
Oh, dang. Yeah.
So,
yeah. Hey, why did though? And you got drug tested every time, right?
Yeah. Yep. And I was fine because look, I wasn't doing nothing then.
Yeah. You drug tested every time. Yeah, man.
Look, and I take that drug test because, like I said, that day, look, I got 90 beers. He got 90 beers, and we selling them for $2, and we sell out at these.
All good. Yeah.
And you know how house strip parties is. These women ain't there if this got titties out. They butt bone naked.
Oh, they butt bang, boy. I'm trying to tell you. Hey, don't make me make a phone call and take it back to the old days. You feel me?
You know what I'm learning? You know what I'm learning on this show right now is that I got a couple of wild boys on my panel. That's what I'm learning right now.
We got to it, man. We got to it, man. You ain't living, baby.
I got a couple of wild boys.
We got to it, man. We got to it.
I don't know anything about that.
Look. Hey, say look, we had like about 10, 12 girls. I got to the point. I was there, dollar bill. I go upstairs. I'm like, what y'all doing? Oh, we trying to change that clothes. I'm like, they seen y'all naked already. Get the fuck back down.
What you think this is?
Oh my God.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Like a cancer patient losing weight. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, yeah, man. Like I said, man. But with the amateur, I got to clean up the amateur thing so y'all can hear me. I'm sorry to get so far off topic, man. But with the amateur thing, no, it's very, very, very necessary. You have to learn. Sparring is not enough. Sparring is not enough. The reason sparring is not enough because sparring is not a real stage. You have to learn it on a real stage. I always tell B, that's why we went around everywhere. That's where Terrence Crawford came to us, but that's where, those situations that some of those fighters came from, those were the tests. Those where you had pop quizzes and you got tests. So we've been practicing this. We've been practicing that. We've been doing this. We've been doing that. Okay, cool. We're going to go to this fight. We on this stage. We're in front of everybody. It's for the nationals, for this, it's for that. Boom, it's test time. You know what I'm saying? You keep passing. Okay, cool. You're going to find some cleanups. So I need to do this. I need to do that. Now, you may get away, probably not with no loss. If you notice, all amateurs have some losses. Yeah. You may really get away with very, very minimum losses, but you're going to have some almost that you can learn from. You know what I'm saying? Some what you could have did better. But bottom line, the amateur is very, very important. Very important.
it's a different mindset too than in the pros too. I mean,
Yeah, big time.
It's
Yeah,
less rounds. You know, you got to get to work earlier than wait. You can't feel out fighters. You're going right to work.
Yeah, big time, man. But yeah, it's very important. The amateur is very important.
Now look, with Junior, when he was an amateur, did he have amateur style, or was it more so a pro? Because I go to showcases and I see guys, and I'm like, that kid ain't gonna be an amateur.
No, pro. All pro. He fought like me. That's crazy. I was just telling somebody like literally 2-3 days ago. He fought like me. I trained him. What I did was initially he was a contender. Oh, I know who I told. I was just telling Mill City this yesterday because Bill because look, Bill Haney reached out to the last person to ever beat Brian Norman Jr. in the amateurs in December 7th, 2016, and asked him to come to his training camp. Ain't that crazy? So anyway, so he asked me who he was fighting. B. Norman was me upgraded. So I got a fighter that's focused. You know, he ain't have to go to work. He ain't have to take it on kids. Yeah. He ain't got no bills. He ain't got none of that. So he do what I tell him to do. He has the youth to do what I tell him to do. He has the strength to do what I tell him to do. I know how to deliver punches now. Like I'm teaching him how to do everything from the start. That's very important what I just said. Understand that I taught B how to deliver a punch from the beginning. I watch so many fighters right now to this day, so many great, good fighters. Y'all call them great. Y'all don't know how to deliver a punch. I watch them, and I know they don't know how to deliver a punch. And they records speak for that they don't know how to deliver a punch. You get what I'm saying? Again, like I said, I learned how to deliver a punch after my career. And that's when I taught B from the very, very start, especially when you got them lined up. There's a way to deliver a punch to get them up out of there. Oh, yeah. Feel me? Yeah. So with that being said, B was a whole different fighter. He was me, a continuation of me, but better. Then he started getting better. He started doing things different. I was making phone calls to my old coach saying, "Be up my game." I remember saying, "Bro, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know what else to tell him. He on some other shit." That's what I said. I was like, "Man, nah, man, be on some other shit." Like what y'all see right now, that's not even B. That's he know he can do that. That's an easy way for him. That's an easy, calm, cool way that he can do what y'all see B doing. It's an easy, calm, cool, slow way that he know he can do to beat people up and get them out of there and give the fans what they want. It's simple as that. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. He ain't got to go spending no extra energy. He ain't got to do nothing different. So it's an easy, simple way. When it's time for him to show what you need to show, you're going to see the adjustments made. Now, back up, like I'm telling you, when he was doing that, he taught me different because I was taught and I learned off of watching him. So then it became about imagination. It became about the possibilities. And he was a completely different fighter than I was by this time. Not even nowhere in the same breath as the fighter he was as an amateur. You feel me? So that's what we're dealing with now, man. He's a whole different type of fighter, and we just do what we need to do when it's time to do it, and that's it.
Look, you don't check your DMs, man, because I seen a story you had put up with him in the ring, and I said, yeah, that boy looking slow as molasses. His feet flat. He was looking bad in there, man. I was like, what we doing, man? Are we going backwards? We ain't looking no better. He looked real slow now, man. Are you slowing the videos down? I think you slowing the videos down or something. That boy, he looking bad out there, man.
Nah, man, he do what he need to do to get him up out of there, man. And who don't want to believe it, I want to see. Y'all gonna see when it happens. Like, go look at what he doing these last couple of fights. It's more so little boy in you. That's what he called it. Call it little boy in you. Like he's son of you. You feel what I'm saying? Like he'll walk up to him, he'll catch him, take him. They take their hands, they'll push their hands away, put it there. Like it's just like get out of here, get this out of here. Go watch him. Go watch him in the last couple of fights. Go out. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Is that more so? Is that more so that I don't have respect for what you?
Yes, it's both. I'm not finna good to know that now. I'm giving too much.
That's why I wanted to be touching.
Yeah, no, because that it's a method. So I'm not even gonna get no more on that.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm already knowing. So yeah, I'll leave that alone.
So let me see. Is one I wanted to ask you. So is one of the differences between you and your son the calmness that he has? Were you as calm as a pro fighter that he is now? Because he looks very calm.
I was that way. This is crazy. I spoke that into existence, and I had to remind he got that years. He got that years after I told him I wanted him to get that.
He was about 15, 16. I said, listen, he always been cool, but he was aggressive. He was real aggressive, like, you know, he had to be in a kill mode. He was just going in there to kill, but it was me. That was me, the me boxing then. You know what I'm saying? And you boxing with my style then, you know, just to come forward, hands up, you know what I'm saying, do this way, that way, and just come try to kill you. So he was boxing my style then. And then I said, look, B, I want you to be so comfortable and so, because I was this way at the time. Now I was about 31, 32. I was retired by then. I'm 31, 32 years old, but I could still get in there and spar. And I always told, I spar with heavyweights, anybody. And I always told him, I said, listen, you know how I'm able to get in there and spar now? He was like, well, how? I said, I don't have to train. I don't have to do nothing. I said, what it is I rely on, I trust my defense. And I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of the punches coming at me. You'll see somebody like James Tony. It's just, you relax. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I said, and I thank God that was a young me talking, because now the older me know better. I said, I want you to spar as much as possible, which is crazy. But at the time, I said, I want you to spar as much as possible. So I want you to get so calm in the ring that it's like second nature for you. That's what I told him. That came later, probably last year, when he started doing that. And I brought it up to him last year. I said, bro, do you remember when I told you? He said, I remember. That was crazy. Like, I told him that shit like 10 years ago. You feel what I'm saying? I said, that's crazy. I told you what I wanted you to do, but it didn't come fruition like literally 10 years later. And he started doing that.
It's like conditioning, you know what I'm saying? Building up the nerve. Like Roberto Duran. Roberto Duran will sit there and wait for a nanosecond before you slip his head off the damn line. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, when it comes to that, I don't typically like him to wait on nobody, but he will do it from time to time for his own reasons. Like, I don't know. I don't like him to wait on nobody. I don't like him to wait on nobody for no time. I don't like none of that.
I don't like that from fighters, but 9 times out of 10, I see something. And
I understand it. I understand it.
It's an island that a nigga didn't put his chin on. And I'm going to go ahead and meet him there.
Well, the reason I don't like it is because some fighters, and I've seen it, some fighters be sitting there waiting, and I've seen them sit there and wait and get hit square in the chin because they had a brain fart. I used to have them myself. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you're looking, but you become like almost a daydream, so you really not even thinking about what you're doing. So you're standing right there for the shot. You forget you're supposed to damn slip. I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen several times. So that's why I don't like it at all.
Okay. Now, with your son growing that comfortability, and I'm not saying give any tips because you try to keep everything away from the Haney's, but how does Dev relax? Because
you said what now? What did you say?
I said, how does he relax?
Devin don't relax. Devin never relaxes. Go look. He never relaxes.
And I look at the guy's face and eyes when I see that. You know what I'm saying?
Devin never relaxes. He never relaxes. And I'm gonna tell you like this: I don't care who hear what. That's not gonna change this fight here, because when he feel that heat, guys like Quentin Randall is always relaxed. That's the one thing I found about him. You can go watch for yourself. He's always relaxed. He's always chill. When he got in there with my son, he didn't want no parts of that. He made it an ugly fight. He didn't want no parts of that. He was not relaxed in that fight. He was smothering. He was holding. It was a whole bunch of stuff going on in that fight. So people can say what they want to say, but I know what I saw. I know my son didn't do what he was supposed to do on his part, but it was definitely by way of the other guy didn't do what he was supposed to do either, or he wasn't doing what he normally does. You feel what I'm saying? So he wasn't relaxed either, and that's a testimony to Brian Norman Jr. and his power and what they feel. They feel that heat, and they're not gonna relax.
And you already know you can work out damn 2-3 times a day. You can run damn 20 miles up mountains, but if you damn tense and nervous, you sap the gas tank just as fast.
Yes, man. Trying to tell you, you sit there, your heart beating 29,000 miles per hour.
It's in the shoulders. It's right up here in the shoulders.
Yeah, you tired before the bell even go ding. You shit. You don't wore yourself out.
Wow.
Yeah, that's true, man. That's true. That's why people gotta understand. That's why that's why high blood pressure and everything comes. That's where your heart rate comes from. It's nervous. Yeah. That's what it is. Stress. That's why you got if you got high blood pressure and anything else, just breathe. And like your mouth, chill out, relax, chill out. Just let it go, and you'll be fine.
Real quick, KG, help me with this because I don't got my glasses. Just somebody did a super chat.
We in the old head crew. I'm the
I think I'm the oldest one here.
The same way.
I gotta wear these glasses just to read the screen.
He said he didn't want to put them on. He said he looked like
me too. That's what I'm trying to tell you. We in the old head.
I was just telling KG that he was like, "You don't want to put your glasses on." I was like, "Nah, man, I look like a grandpa. I gotta
look like that, but square and
shit, bro. I can't see now one of y'all. I'm not even lying. You got some red. You got some red on your head. I see your teeth. I see your teeth. You got some white and black. You got some white on your head. You got a black. I can't see your face at all. Y'all could come to me and slap me in the face. I still wouldn't know who y'all was unless you got what you got on right now. I swear to God, I can't see.
Hey, I wouldn't dare do that.
Put
but
your
look,
glasses on, man. Like I do. I
walk up and I grab your shoulder and say, "What's up, champ?"
I can't. But I'm just telling you, I can't see you though. I can't see you.
You'll know the voice.
I know the voice, but I cannot see y'all face at all. I just see the stuff. What's going on?
Yeah, I got you.
Like the super chat right here, I see green. I see green with a line of black in it. I don't know what's in there.
Yeah, that's a super chat. Shout out to John BX. From, you know what I'm saying? He said, "Hey, senior." He said, "Who you bring into Atlanta for the homecoming after the Brian Norman steps on death?"
Man, that's up to the team, man. Unfortunately, however you want to call it. For me, I guess my reign is over. I guess my reign is over for doing my deeds and my dirt. I don't know. Maybe it's not over. I don't know. But my son, I try to let him control his own career and decide who he want to fight. Because I've told people before, I like Rohan Polanco. Somebody brought up, I wish I knew the name because I like to give people their credit. Somebody brought up Oscar Duarte that he came up to 147. When they said it, I was tripping on it. I was like, you know what, bro, you might be right. I like that fight too. I like Oscar Duarte. I like Alexis Rocha. I like the fight, but that would be the dumbest fight ever because he already destroyed the man that destroyed him. So that would be a pointless fight. I mean, I want somebody, but okay. Let me. This is for the homecoming. I want somebody that's going to give a good fight. I want somebody that's going to come to fight. They're gonna make it a fight. They go. They're not trying to make it a boxing contest. Boxing is boxing, so we can catch it. We can box right in the face, not get hit, slip right in your face. Right in close quarter. We can do what we got to do with all that running, without all of that, slipping and slide, which is part of boxing, and that's all good too, if that's the way you want to be. But outside of that homecoming fight, I'm going to ask my son, hopefully he listens to me. All of these so-called fighters, these so-called elite fighters doing these interviews, saying about how B not on Devin Haney level and how B feet slow and how B gonna look just like the Regents. I really want either one of them. That's who I want. I really want either one of them, but I want them. I want to be every single elite boxer that think they're so-called elite, and I want to destroy this elite crew. I want to destroy this elite allegiance that they believe that they have when they wasn't doing the same thing that B. Norman Jr. was doing when they was on Brian Norman level. They wasn't doing the same thing. None of them was knocking people unconscious. Not one of them people knocked nobody unconscious. Ever.
They just not going to unconscious. He knocked 6 weeks out of them.
Yes.
It's one of those. Is one of those guys for a retired fighter?
Say what?
Is one of those guys you referring to a retired fighter right now?
Come on, Tim Bradley.
Yeah, you didn't even let me build it up. I was going to say your favorite guy.
I'm direct on that. Me personally, I wanted Tim. I wanted Tim Bradley. Tim Bradley has made it clear to me. Look, let me tell you something. I read people, and I read their energy. Tim Bradley don't want no parts of me. I know that for a fact. I don't care what he say. I don't care what nobody else say. Tim Bradley don't want no parts of me. Y'all can say what you want to say.
At the press conference here in New York.
That'd be funny though.
I was there.
Say what now?
I was there last year in the press conference.
Yeah. Tim Bradley don't want no parts. Yeah, he don't want no parts of me.
That'd be a funny fight though.
That's what I was trying to build it up. And he said,
but again, that we go with this so-called elite level BS, and they come and put them, man, Tim Bradley, no, he won't, and that's why he don't want no parts of me. See, these people are putting these wins and they'll do this and they'll do that on these people. So now what you're doing is you're already giving them victories before they ever do anything. So that's now true. They got to live up to your hype. If they don't live up to your hype, then they're a failure. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So really, what they're doing is you're not gonna get the fight you want if you keep doing that to these fighters, and you're making these fighters afraid to prove different because they know it might be a good fight, it might be a tough fight, and now you don't think they're on the level they are because you told them they was a whole bunch of levels ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I want to crush that whole. I want to crush that whole elite so-called elite crew. I want to break it all up and burn it down. I want it gone. You got Joanna Tellers that came through and beat J Rock, Julian Williams or whatever.
Yeah,
which I even said it was sad to go when it happened. But then he came back and then he just got beat up by another guy we don't know. Then you got Bachram that came up and beat up a Tim Zoo. Then you got Sergey Boychuk that arguably beat a Virgil Ortiz, and then you got Madrimov that came in and gave Terrence Crawford a good fight. These people are nobody, and they was not nobody 1 year ago. 1 year and a half ago, we knew not now one of the names I just named, not none of them. But now all of them are on this so-called elite certain level. Man, get the F out of here. I'm sick of it. I want it gone.
Say the word, man. It's cool.
But that's what it is. That's the way.
We ain't put no fucking restrictions on you over this bitch.
I'm trying to better myself. Hey,
the problem is,
you trying to be clean. I'm trying to be media trained, man. I'm trying to be clean.
Y'all see me, man.
Hey, Tommy.
I can't be a clean fighter talking like that, man. I can't be reverent.
But Thomas, you notice every damn thing, the whole last 5 minutes he was talking about who the homecoming fight is. He said it and didn't say at all. This ain't gonna be no rematch because your son is gonna do that much damage that it's not gonna be a rematch.
Yeah, I ain't going. No, man, listen to me, and I keep saying it. I watch him every night. I watch him 2-3 times a day. I don't see anything in any performance at any time that Devin can do to even touch, to even cause any problems whatsoever. Oh my man, I was watching him pad. Man, listen to me. Devin Haney, I can talk it, whatever. If he proves me wrong, I have no problem I'm gonna have all the humility in the world. Even if he loses, but he loses and he's tougher than I thought. I'm going to come on here. I'm gonna go everywhere, and I'm gonna give him all the props in the world for being the warrior he is. But you best believe if he don't, and he's exactly what I think he is, and my son step on him like I think he's gonna step on him, I'm gonna bash him to the end too. Because all of that, you ain't on my level, and you ain't this, and you ain't that. You idiot. You wasn't on that level until you was on that level. You had to prove you was on the level. It's either you got it or you don't. Before you fought Lomachenko, were you on Lomachenko level? No. But guess what? You beat a Lomachenko, arguably lost, but you beat a Lomachenko, so that's what made you put on that level. I'm sick of it, bro. It's ridiculous.
You know what line that got me, and it really made me really start looking at this fight, because I really, you know what I'm saying, won't press for real. Because I was like, I'll wait till we get to it. It was the do as you're told.
Yeah. That was
really hurt me, bro.
Yeah. That was a bit. I'm glad it did. It didn't hurt none of the Haniacs because they didn't care what it was about in the first place. It was more of a they doing as they told. Because
the
Haniacs. Listen, they're doing as they're told because according to them, Bill and Devin, we need to be clean fighters. We need to sign up for this. We need to do that. We want to make sure you clean.
Yeah.
Is that what you want? We went to saying, bro, why? It's on August the 1st. It's only a couple of days. What the problem is? What y'all got to hide? What y'all this? What y'all that? You know what, bro? If y'all that scared, cool. We'll go ahead and do it. And then after we do it, you say, do as you're told. They let you know what it was about the whole time. It wasn't about being a clean fighter.
Yo, you guys got some good material for more commercials.
It was never about being a clean fighter. It's all about them and their egos, and them don't want to control want to control the narratives. It was about a whole bunch of nothing. And for some of the people who don't know about who said the Devin, even though it doesn't matter, so I appreciate it. Props to them for accepting the fight. For those who don't know, I thought it was the 17th on June the 16th, 2025. Before Brian Norman Jr. fought Jen Sasaki, Bill Haney was on that show. Brian Norman Jr. is on that show, and I will send you the text message. You can ask Nestor Gibbs. I am on that show, texting Ness and asking Ness, hey, what y'all think about Brian Norman Jr. next before he ever fought Jensen Saki. So you want to, and Bill Haney did not say, yeah, y'all next. Bill Haney didn't say none of the above. So all the people who want to know who wanted to fight, who talked about the fight, get your facts straight, because I got mine straight. I got all my ducks in a row, and I'm ready to cook every last one of y'all. It is what it is. June the 16th, 2025. That's when Bill Haney was on there in the morning, and I called.
It was the week of the fight, right?
It was the week of the fight, 2 days before the fight. I called in. I talked to Bill.
Yeah, I seen the receipts as well.
Yes, and I asked Bill, what do you think about? And he got on there. Hey man, look, you got a fight ahead of you. If you're the guy, then you're the guy. You know, we'll talk about it then. He said everything in the world to say. But now all of a sudden, when Turk them bring that fight, and we agree, and they find out we agree, I'm looking for that big bad MF that got the level. No, you not. No, you not. You ain't looking for nobody. You ain't looking for nobody. You looking for my dog. You looking for LeVar, because I don't want to disrespect the fighter. You looking for LeVar Carter. Shout out to LeVar Carter. Y'all learn the name. Respect to LeVar Carter. Hopefully he makes some waves in the game. I think he getting back in the game. I believe he had a little bit of a stint of a layoff. That's the last fighter that beat Brian Norman Jr. as an amateur. Now, of course, it was one of them fights that was close. Could have went either way. But, you know, that's the last fight they got a victory against Brian Norman Jr. at 16 years old, 2 weeks after he turned 16. That's who Bill Haney is trying to get in the camp with him to get him ready for Brian Norman Jr. How is they going to help him from 9 years ago? Your guess is as good as mine, but that just tells you how worried they are about Brian Norman Jr.
But can I play devil's advocate again? Because, you know,
yes,
I don't want to. I'm not here to pick sides.
I like devil's advocate.
Ask questions and just. Do you think that's just part of the gamemanship? Just, you know, just trash talk. Like, you don't.
No, that's it. You talking about getting the
no, before that, like, you know, that's what the statement that KG asked about. You know, you're going to be doing what you're told. You don't think that's part of the gamemanship? You know, the little banter back and forth.
No, not something as serious as this. Absolutely not. Not something as serious as drugs. Not something as serious as we know that you just got cheated. You got all your fans feeling so sorry for you because you got beat up by a so-called drug cheat. Your fans are feeling he got cheated. Well, how do y'all feel about this? Well, y'all ain't saying nothing about that drug cheat. So for all of his fans that was advocating for him and going to bat for him and, you know, saying this and saying that's why he just want to make sure he don't get cheated again. They already been cheated one time. They want to make sure that's to let y'all know that's not what it was about. So no, in this case, absolutely, it's not gamesmanship. It ain't gamesmanship.
Well, is that Bill right there?
That's Bill Haney right there in the chat.
It's all good.
Yeah, he said you was on the list already. I got receipts.
Bill. I was on the list, but Bill, did we talk on the Boxing Voice on June the 16th? But did I ask you, was you interested in that fight next? Answer that question. Bill Haney.
The clean fighter.
Bill Haney.
And that shirt actually look dope, bro. I haven't got one yet. That's all.
I know, man. Hey, look, listen. I made it myself. Bill Haney. Clean left hook, clean ass whooping. I don't see anything in this world your son could possibly do. And if he do, I'm going to come back. I'm going to humble myself up. Even if he lose, I'm going to humble myself up. But I don't think he's going to do nothing. Bro, I watched it so many times. I'm amazed. I get frustrated. I want to cut it off. I can't cut it off because I know I got to do my due diligence and keep watching it. And I'm obsessed with it. And I'm like, bro, there's no way in the hell this man I'm looking at can beat Brian Norman Jr. He is going to destroy this man. I'm serious.
Let me read the super chat again for me, KG. Oh, I got to put on my glasses.
John BX with another $5 in the super chat. He says, Senior, do you think Brian Norman Jr. is ready for the superstardom that awaits him after he beats the snot out of Dev? His life will never be the same.
I don't know. I don't know because Brian Norman, that's not what he about. That's not what he is. I said it to him before. You know what I'm saying? Of course, me as his father, I know what comes with it. So I want him to be as successful as possible. And I'm just finding out that he really didn't want the superstardom. I'm just finding that out. But he did say that to me before. He said it to me before, but I guess not in this way. Like about the boot situation, he was like, I don't care about all that. He used to say that all the time. He was like, I don't care about all that talking. Y'all heard he said it to y'all today, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
he said, he's like, man, I don't care about. He said, I hate that part of boxing. He was like, it really made me not even want to box sometimes. Like, I don't even like that part of whatever. He's like, I just like to fight. You feel what I'm saying? All I want to do is fight. So I said something to him recently about this fight, and I said something about, you're gonna be a superstar. He's like, I don't care nothing about that. I don't even want that. That's what he said. So I'm like, well, damn. You don't care nothing about it. If you don't want that, then what you gonna do when it happens? You feel what I'm saying? Like, you ain't gonna be able to run from it. So, I mean, maybe he'll turn around and embrace it, but he is a fighter through and through. Like I said, I tell everybody, just like you talked to him today, my son sometimes is hell, so I ain't talking behind his back. I tell him to his face all the time. He sometimes is hell, so maybe he'll change. Maybe he'll start to embrace it. He's still young. He's still growing. He's still becoming who he is, so we shall see.
But you
Listen,
already know.
I mean,
all that
when I met you guys and
flashy shit, that shit don't make you. You know what I'm saying? You could be a lame as hell and have $1 million on you. You know what I'm saying? So nah, man.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. B ain't about that. B don't party.
I rock with them Junior because look, I'm gonna tell you this. If his vocabulary advanced a little bit more, he gonna sound like a young Clifford Harris out there. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, all he do. Listen, I don't know if y'all heard this or not. The boy, all he do is he read books, he go on walks. Y'all heard that? He read a lot, he go on walks. Story I done told before, his car was in my name. This was years ago, a few years ago. This is when he moved out. This is when he first moved out of my house, 22 years old. So his car was in my name. And I get a call from the police. Gwinnett County Police, which is a county over. But it was a good ways for me what they said. So they was like, yeah, it was like 2:00 in the morning. They were like, yeah, Mr. Norman. I was like, yes, ma'am. They was like, this is Sheriff, woo from the I was like, Sheriff. So I'm like, what the hell? You feel me? So she was like, do you know where she said what kind of car it was? Do you know where your car is? I was like, so now I get worried. You feel what I'm saying? Because I'm like, what you mean? Do I know where it is? Yeah, that's my son's car. What's up? She was like, well, we got it out here at the park. So I'm thinking, come on, think about that. I'm thinking the worst. You feel what I'm saying? She was like, we got the car out here in the park, and there's no other cars out here, and there's nobody else. He's nowhere to be found. I was like, are you serious, bro? You know what I'm saying? So I called him. I said, hold on a minute. I'm nervous and shit. I called him. Hello? Yeah, ain't nothing going on. B, what the hell you doing, bro? What you mean? The police looking for you, dog. What you doing? Oh, for real? So then he get to moving, right? I was like, what you doing? He talking about he out there in the woods. He sit out in the woods. I don't think he said he was reading that night, but he was walking through the woods, a trail. He walking through the woods in the middle of the night by himself through it. The boy's a weirdo. I tell him all the time.
No, but that keeps the brain sharp. That shit keeps the brain sharp. That brain sharp as hell, baby.
I tell him all the time. I say, boy, you's a damn weirdo. But here's the crazy part. We the same when it comes to that, because like even last night when I was in San Antonio, I do the same thing in the middle of the night, but I don't just go walking through trails in the middle of the night and reading books and shit. He do stuff like that. You feel what I'm saying? He is a big seeker of knowledge. Like he would do stuff like like he said, if you doing something that he don't know about, he will be asking you questions about what you're doing to pick your brain. You feel what I'm saying? Like he's a real seeker of knowledge. You feel me? So that right there where we differ a little bit. Me, that's a bunch of nonsense for me. I got shit to do, so I don't be caring about all that.
I see him as a quiet kid. Lately he's doing more interviews than I've seen him do before. But he's quiet. When I met you guys last year, you guys were like really quiet. I think you talked more than he did.
Yeah, man. That happened because he been beating people up since he was 14 years old, knocking people out since he was 14, 15 years old. That's what I tried to tell. I sent videos to YSM, Mill City, Ness got 1 or 2 videos to let him know. I told him that's Senator Bill to let him know. To let him know Brian Owen is a clean fighter. He been knocking people out since he was 14, 15 years old. I got a picture. Damn, I have to go through that phone. I got a picture of my phone. I gotta do this, man. Damn, I'm on the wrong phone. Bro, he's like 14 years old. He look like a baby. But in that picture, he got a 20-something-year-old man folded over on the floor in the ring. He took his head, y'all. The boy stayed there pretty much till we left the gym. He just stayed there slumped over. And I had the picture of how young he looked. You feel what I'm saying? So with that being said, he been this way. He been a killer that way. You know what I'm saying? He lives in his mind. He lives in his head. All he wants to do is just be great at what he doing. That's it. He ain't got time for all this BS. He ain't got time for all the games that Haney's playing. He ain't got time for none of that. And I'm telling you, Devin done pissed him off with all that stuff he talking. Then y'all hear in that interview, in that face-to-face when Devin was doing I see it?
Yeah.
Devin saying, I see it. That's for the crowd.
Yeah.
I have never heard my son talk like he was talking in my life because the mic called him.
Yeah.
He don't talk like that around me. You don't hear him doing interviews saying stuff like that. He's like, you don't see shit, motherfucker. You don't see. That let you know who real and who fake. That was for Devin. That wasn't for the crowd. That wasn't for us to hear. You feel? He don't want to be in that light. He don't want to be. He ain't trying to look bad. He telling him for real, like I'm gonna beat your ass, like all right, motherfucker. Where you bought all that old pussy ass nigga. You feel what I'm saying? That this he don't talk like that. You'll never hear him speak that way on no interview. He don't talk that way. He definitely don't talk that way around me because the guy too much.
Real. That's how I know it's real. I'm like, man,
that was real. That wasn't real. Devin screaming for the crowd. I see it. I do see it. Boy, shut your lame ass up. You feel what I'm saying? Be like, bro, and B wanted to get at him right there. Like, all right. But I'm telling you what's going to happen. I know his energy. We feed off each other energy. He is going to destroy this man when he get him in that ring. I put on everything I love. Ain't no catching them. Ain't none of that gonna matter. He gonna destroy him. I've seen Devin Haney. I've seen the best Devin Haney from Lomachenko to Linares. I watched any and every fight I could watch. I watched it frame by frame. I watched it piece by piece. And I'm like, bro, you gotta be shitting me. You're going to sleep. That's it. That's it.
Check this out. You said I heard you on somebody else's show. You said they sent the mole in. Y'all beat them up and sent them back packing. You know
no, see what happened with that? What happened with that? That was a misunderstanding. That was a I thought. That was I thought.
So somebody got their ass whooped by accident.
Ain't that so?
Innocent bystander. So you said damn your son ain't got no damn, you know what I'm saying? They ain't got no names on them. They just whoever catch them.
No, so what happened is I don't care if they hear it or not. They was my people, they is my people. You can call it how you want to call it. But what it is that was this kid. Yeah, I'm gonna feel bad doing it because I really, really, really like the kid. You feel what I'm saying? But I heard some things. I don't care. You know, I say it like it is. They got a problem with it. Come check me. Anyway. So it's a kid that I really, really, really like, right? Really good kid. But the daddy he's so in a rush for his son to get far in life. And I understand that. He's so in a rush for his son to get far in the boxing game. He's a very young kid. You feel me? So we worked with him, we looked at him, we was trying to get some things going with him on the other end. And B was just doing what he doing. But I guess he took it as him trying his hardest against B. Norman Jr., as he thought it was sweet. You feel me? But even though he told his daddy how hard B hit, he went to his daddy and said, because his daddy told me this, man, you don't understand, Dad. Like, it was like, it hurt. Like, I felt like I wanted to die. This is what he said. This is a true story. You ain't gonna even catch me in nothing. So he told me, this is what his daddy telling me, right? Fast forward, I don't know who juiced him up. I don't know what happened. I get a story from somebody, and somebody like they think Devin Haney gonna beat him. The daddy, not the son. The son said that he got B. Norman Jr. winning. So the daddy say he think Devin Haney gonna beat him, and he was like, "Why you think that?" Because he saw them spar. This person saw them spar, literally there while they're sparring. He said, why you think that? He was like, he ain't see his feet, man. He ain't got no feet. He's like, if he don't get us in the camp, man, I'm telling you, he don't work on this, he don't work. You ain't see how my son will catch him with the angle and the this and the that. So simultaneously before that conversation happened, my son had sparred 6 rounds with somebody else to help them get ready for the national. This is after the Jensen Socket fight. He had sparred 6 rounds with somebody else just to help him get ready. He wasn't in no camp. He wasn't in there trying to show out. He was in there helping the kid get ready for the nationals. An amateur fighter, right? These guys just happened to come in there. And they asked us could they work. Cool. 2 rounds. They do 4 rounds. The first 2 rounds, B is flat-footed now because he was moving on the other guy. This guy now, he's standing flat, doing what he do, same old, but he's still handling himself. So I'm looking at how hard the kid is going. And I'm watching him over in the corner. I'm watching the dad. I'm watching the excitement. So that's the second of the second round. I said, B, I need you to do me a favor, bro. You're like, what? So I know it was hot as hell, hot as shit in the gym. I said, I know you're tired, I know everything. I said, I need you to suck it up. I need you to turn around and look for me. I said, look over there in that corner. He looked in the corner. I said, you see that? He said, yeah. I said, that's me and you. He said, what you mean? I said, think about it, bro. That's me and you. Because I used to do the same thing. I said, that's me and you when we used to go all these places and I tell you to whoop their ass and to make a name and to let them know who you is. Let them, I said, that's me and you. I said, look, brother, look how they acting. I said, I'm looking at how hard he going. Look at where you chilling, but he think this shit real. So in his mind, it's real. You feel me? I said, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to fuck him up these last 2 rounds and let him know this shit ain't no game. Drop them. Let me see. Because it was 2 different times that it happened. But anyway, this is the first. This is back in July. Drop them, beat them up, the whole 9. This is for 2 rounds. After that, that's when he goes to the other guy who's there and starts saying what I just said about he think Devin Haney gonna beat him if he don't give him his son in the camp and this and that. You didn't see what my son was doing to him. So the guy say, bro, your son just got dropped and beat up. What you talking about? You know what I'm saying? So thank God that he was there. So I got pissed off because I heard he was talking to Zav. I heard he know Bill. Is he lying? I don't know. This is through the grapevine what I heard. But the way he acts, I don't doubt it because he's trying to get out there so bad. I don't doubt it, right? So that goes on, whatever else. So when my man who tell me who called him, who was there, who saw him get dropped, saw him get beat up,
Got a phone call.
My bad.
That phone been cold the whole time, man.
Yeah, and then when he comes back, you ask him quick because I can't see.
Yeah.
I gotta put in these glasses and stuff to see.
Hey, shout out to everybody that's in the chat, man. Thank you for them, you know what I'm saying, being for this hour, 40 minutes, you know what I'm saying. We've this is Tales from the B-Side, episode 14. Earlier, if y'all go back, y'all gonna have to go back. We had Brian Newman Jr. on for the first maybe 10, 15 minutes of the show. Now we got Senior on, you know what I'm saying, telling stories for days. And if y'all here, man, get y'all popcorn because we're gonna be here for a little bit longer, as long as he wants to, because we're gonna keep asking him a few questions. Because I got a few. You know what I'm saying?
I had some questions about his career. I wanted to talk about his career, and we've been going to like Norman and the fight.
Hey, he gonna show you the shirt, man.
Yeah, I know.
He's a clean. He produced a clean fighter. You see what I'm saying? So don't worry about what I'm saying. What he talk about? He talk about his career right now.
Okay.
Well, I learned you guys are a bunch of wild boys, and I want to talk about him fighting at the
Playboy. My bad. Hey, listen. So fast forward back. So I found out he was saying that he said all of that to the guy who actually saw it, and I can only imagine. Then I heard he was talking to Zab. I heard he talking to Bill. So I didn't hear nothing about what he said to them, but I can only imagine he was lying. So I said, you know what? For one side, I said that's a good thing because they're gonna think shit sweet. So that's a good thing. But on the other side, I was pissed off that this person that I'm lending my hand out to help trying me like that. You feel what I'm saying? So fast forward. This is when so they're gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. They hear the interview. I don't care. I mean, ain't got no love but love, but you gotta shut your mouth. It is what it is. So fast forward to when y'all saw that picture of Mason, Abdullah Mason, and my boy Javon Woodard. Did y'all see that picture?
Did you see the picture with me and Abdullah Mason? You ain't see that one either. See.
So look. So my son took a picture with Abdullah Mason and Javon Woodard, 2 small fighters that just happened to be with Javon sparred some other people, and Abdullah Mason, he was just passing through. So he just came through. It was a picture. He came through after the sparring. All right. So fast forward, we there for somebody else. While we there, my mans don't even live here. So when I walk in, I know what he done been said. So I'm really kind of pissed off about that. I walk in, I see these people. Mind you, I love the son. The son is cooler than the fan, number of respect. I hope he make it far in life. But I don't like that other shit. You feel what I'm saying? So, I mean, you got to deal with you. Sometimes, just like with Devin Haney, you got to deal with the sins of the father. It is what it is. You feel what I'm saying? So, I see him in there. My son is there for somebody else, but it's around Robin, so it's a lot of people. Yeah. Man, my son do what he do with the other guy. That's our people, so that's cool. He do what he do with the other guy. He getting there with him. I said, B, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to deal with this right now. You feel what I'm saying? Because I already know what happened the last time. I just need you to deal with it right now. So he done did 6 rounds with the other guy, He said, all right, give me a minute. I'm going to take, because it's hot again. So I'm like, all right. He said, give me a minute. I'm going to take a couple rounds off then, because I'm going to take care. All right, bet. So we let him take a couple rounds off. They did what they did, bro. He got in there. He beat that man so bad, man. He made that man. He buckled him with damn near every left hook that he threw. He hit him one time. He pretty much dropped him, caught him. When he stood him, this is a young kid now. So mind you, the kid is cool. Like I told you, this is really about the dad.
Yeah.
When he dropped him, he caught him and then he held him up and said, "You all right?" He sunned him so bad, bro. He sunned him so bad, right? In my mind, it's Bill Haney that got them there. But I'm confused on how they know we gonna be there. You feel me? So that's where that came from. So I'm pissed off because I already know that he talked to Zab and he talked to Bill and blah, blah, blah. So now, we do what we do. I mean, beat him up bad to the point that the son in front of the father, this is the most disrespectful thing you can ask to me. But again, I don't care who he is. He's standing next to the father. The son asks my son, "Man, what you think I need to work on?" Bro, you know how disrespected I feel if I'm a coach and my fighter asks another fighter what he needs to work on.
That whipped his ass.
That's my job. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's what he did. He sunned it bad, bro. And the father wouldn't look at him. He said the father wouldn't look at him. He ain't wave at him. He ain't shake his hand, none of that. So anyway, my son went on with the fate, but he didn't speak to the father because he already knew that the son had nothing to do with it. But again, unfortunately, you got to take it what you got to take it. It was your daddy, so it is what it is. We love you. You know what I'm saying? We want you to do well, but you got to keep your daddy in check. Hear what I'm saying? If you catch this message, my nigga, you're going to know who I'm talking about. Yeah. So anyway, I'm just saying, number love towards you. This ain't about you, but your daddy moving foul, bro. Your daddy moving foul, and he going to get you beat up. And I'm not saying that to be fun. I'm saying to be real, because he got a whole lot more than what you got. And you know he got a whole lot more. That's why you told your dad to be here harder. He hit harder even than he even hit when you just felt. All right, so anyway, fast forward to that. So now after it, I'm pissed off. I do what I said on my story about Bill Haney sending somebody. So now I said, you know what? Let me get to the bottom, because the gym we was at is my guy, it's my people. So I said, hey, bro, you know such and such. And he was like, the only one I know by that name is the one y'all sparred today, the other one. I was like, that's what I'm talking about. He was like, yeah, man, he said when your son was in there with it, man. He said, I was like, bro, get your son out of there. What you doing? Mm-hmm. He was like, I put my son in there with anybody. Mind you, this man is not a boxer. You don't use your son as a whoopee cushion. You don't use your son as a piñata. You don't use your son as a guinea pig. You understand what I'm saying? You never took punches. Understand what's going on. The boy is still growing and developing. So if you're hearing this message, stop doing that to your son. He don't deserve it. He's a good fighter. Let him become great. Stop trying to rush him. That's to you. You know what I'm talking about.
Breaking him like that. You're
gonna break him. You gonna break him. So anyway. Fast forward, so I'm asking my guy. Did you know? He's like, yeah, man, I was in the corner with him when your son was doing what he was doing. So I'm like, bro, what you doing? And he was like, man, I'll put my son there with anybody. Man, you better get him out there. You know my brother. He like, yeah, I know who he is. We sparred him before. You know what I'm saying? Blah, blah. He ain't telling me he knew us like that. He like, I know who he is. We sparred him before. Or my son can handle it. He was like, man, you better get that boy out of there. So that's what he telling me. So I said, so question, did he ask about us in specifically? He was like, no, how you get here? He was like, somebody from such and such gym called me and said that he was in town looking for sparring, because mind you, he don't live here. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I'm just trying to figure out how the hell he keep ending up in these places. You feel what I'm saying? So I felt like you call yourself trying to hunt us. You hunt us, you're going to get what you're looking for. You ain't got to hunt. You just call our name. We're going to turn around. We'll come to you. You feel what I'm saying? We don't play them kind of game. So my man's telling me that he did that. It wasn't planned. It wasn't on purpose. It just happened by chance. So I had already said what I said, but at the same time, I don't regret what I said, even though I know he ain't going to go back and tell the truth. But he definitely texted my son back and gave him all the props in the world this time. You feel what I'm saying? The daddy did.
Okay. Good.
So that's what that was about. That was about. But it was a misunderstanding. I thought Bill Haney was on his BS again. You know what I'm saying? But nah, that ain't what it was.
Hey, look, shout out to iQueen. You already know her. You've been over there several times. Queen Shower. You know what I'm saying? She put $5.
Oh, that's that. Yeah. What's up, T? What up? That's my people.
She wanted to ask you a question. She said, how did you feel hearing her talk like that?
Hearing who talk like that?
Shower.
Talk like what?
When she when you remember that was the day I met you. When she was giving her
B. No, so I think she's referring to Junior.
Oh, how do I feel with hearing my son talk like that?
Yeah. I think that's what she was referring
Oh,
to.
okay.
Well,
Okay.
look, B
Talk.
told me, look, me and B done had this discussion before. Real quick, we had a quick story. He was little, like 7 or 8. He called my phone. He might have been younger. He probably was 7. He called my phone one time, right? And he called the wrong number. And he sounded like a totally different person. I mean, saying different voice, different lingo. He wasn't cussing or nothing, but he was like, hey, I can't. He was Bob. B had Trump. Man, look, B is my baby. He got I got so many stories. But anyway, he didn't sound like himself. But I'm looking at the phone. It's my son, right? Little B. Like, hello. And then he was like, Daddy. I said, he said, oh, and hung up on me. So, so I called him back. Well, what you got going on? I was trying to call somebody else. So I'm like, who are you talking to like that? The way he was talking just wasn't my son, right? So when we talk now and I talk about like how he was talking then, he tell me all the time, he was like, Daddy, you don't know me. It's another side of me you don't know. He tell me all the time. He tell me I don't know him. I'm like, all right. He said, hey, y'all know, I'm a potty mouth. You know I cuss all the time. He said, you know how you cuss? He said, yeah, I'm probably worse than you. I said, for real? He said, yeah.
I never heard it. That's what I'm saying. Like the Brian Norman Jr. I met was a quiet kid. You would never think he was a quiet.
He respectful. He respects his elders. He respects people. He understands that he can't carry himself like that. So maybe when he with the people with his, he definitely not gonna do it around me. You feel what I'm saying? You definitely not gonna get us on an interview with me and he gonna be doing no cut. He just it's a respect situation. You feel me? So that's all that is, and I appreciate him for doing that. You know what I'm saying? And my oldest son the same way. All my kids the same way. So I appreciate them doing that or whatever else. And that's just how he is. But yeah, that day I didn't have a problem with it, but I listened to it several times because this is my 24-year-old son talking like I've never heard him talk before. And I was like, damn, for real, bro, like that? You know what I'm saying?
That's how you really feel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It sounded like you had a proud moment right there when you heard him talk like that.
Look, we always talk about look. Back what you just said about him being quiet. That's my bad because I'm always skipping. I told you when I said about the 14, I skipped that. He been beating people up so long, even with Tank. That's how me and Tank got into it. Me and Tank got into it. Let it go. Let's just let it go. Let it go. Me and Tank got into it because Tank was talking trash to me. Well, he started talking trash to B, but I always told B, there's no need for you to be talking trash to no grown man. Tank was 22, B was 16. So I said, there's no use for you. There's no need for you to be talking trash to no grown man. All these grown men, you let me have it because it was happening a lot. He was hurting these people. He was beating them up. We was going to different places. We done been to country places. We done almost got to fighting with people. We got kicked out of gyms. I'm not even exaggerating. You feel what I'm saying? And I told him, I said, look, bro, I told him like this. I said, look, one of these boys hit you, we gonna have another problem. Let me deal with it. If it's a grown person, let me deal with it. I'm gonna handle it. You feel what I'm saying? I don't need you talking to no grown people. You feel what I'm saying? I got it. I'm gonna handle it. So that's how that was. He probably was. He probably just trying to get out of that. You know what I mean? In the first place, but that's how that happened. Period.
Wow. That was the boy turning into a man. He's like, man, he didn't gave it to me. So when he ain't around, I'm still a representative, but at the same time. Look, Lil Duval said he's a pussy ass fuck nigga. There you go.
Hey man, hey, absolutely. Look, when I saw him with Santillion, when I saw his demeanor and everything with Santillion and the way he was like, y'all got to go back and watch that Santillion fight. Maybe you can't appreciate it as much as I can because it's my son, but I was watching his face. And like I just told you about the comfortability and about, I told you how we had talked about it 10 years ago and how he just become a whole nother person that night, that day. I didn't see that in the corner. You feel me? That was a whole new man out there, but he didn't care about nothing what was going on in that ring. He was out there handling his business. He didn't care about nothing Santillion was doing. He didn't care about none of the punches he was throwing. He was there to do, and that's what he keep telling y'all. He there to do what he need to do, and what Santillion need to do gonna have to wait. You feel what I'm saying? But that was a proud father moment. But I watched that fight so many times, and I was watching his face, and I was like, I told him when he knocked out Sasaki, I ain't gonna tell you, but I don't even know you. I was like, yeah, I don't even know that guy. You feel what I'm saying? I told y'all to fight everything again, but you become vicious sometimes. You feel me? But he told me what it was. He was like, You know, all the people turned on him. You know, all the hate, all the this.
Definitely.
All the this, all the that. So he got the chip on his shoulder. Brian Norman Jr. was built the right way.
He did have a chip on his shoulder at that fight because I asked him that. That was one of the questions I asked him when I saw him in person. Because I asked him, I said, how did you know? Like when you posed at him at the end, like you knew. He said, I just knew. And then he said he had a little chip on his shoulder because that they were supposed to fight way before that fight. It was supposed to happen before, and something happened, and he was upset about that.
No. Santia?
Yeah, I think he said that they were.
No. That you got that a little bit mixed up. No. That fight came because of the Boca Chica fight and how he looked in the Boca Chica fight. So pretty much in my book, this top rank tried to sell him out. That's what they would know. They weren't supposed to fight. I know why he said that. I know why he said that. No, you're right. We asked for it. There was some talks about it. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. It was something about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I know he had something. You know, he had a little chip on his shoulder going into that.
And he did. Yeah.
You know.
Now you got now you got a chip on the shoulder toward the whole world. So and again, I'm and I'm the same way. It's all that's what fueled my success. Chips is what fuels my success. Like, you know, even like I told you about when I dug myself in the hole with my moms and my pops or whatever else, and I made it to the bottom. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't want to ask for help. That's because they was telling me I'm making the wrong choices. That's because they're telling me I'm doing the wrong thing. I'm not doing it right. So of course my chip is on my shoulders. You don't think I'm good enough. You don't think I'm gonna make it. So even though it was manufactured and it was just parents trying to help you do what you need to do, in my mind it was real. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, those doubters and those naysayers is what always drove me, and it definitely would drive him. We love naysayers, man. We love them. We love them. I can't wait for these so-called elite fighters after B. Norman Jr. knock Devin Haney out. I want one of them to step up. That's who I want.
So let me ask you. So, you know, being about talking about like in your career and stuff, let me just go back to your career a little bit. The Jean Pascal fight. How did that develop? Like that was a big fight for you.
What did I just do? I had fought I messed up same thing what B did with Santia, and I messed up a fight. They cut B-side issue. I went to Springfield, Missouri. I was in Springfield, Missouri. Fought a guy named Tracy Sneed. I think he was 23-1, 23 and something like that. And he was a knockout puncher, whatever else that he was supposed to fight. Y'all remember Sweetness, Alan Green. Remember Alan Green?
Yes, I remember Alan Green. Yes.
I think he was supposed to be set up to fight Alan Green. It was Alan. I'm pretty sure it was Alan Green. He was supposed to set up to fight Alan Green. And
like from Oklahoma or something like that, I think. Is it like from Oklahoma?
Yes. Yeah, so that's why I said we was down in that same area. So anyway, he was set. They was trying to do it where it was trying to do it where they do a showcase and have him fight. Have him look good. So I was supposed to be the opponent. I got on ESPN and dusted him off. You feel what I'm saying? I won unanimous decision. I mean, they was so mad at me. Fight News dogged me out, told me lackluster performance with all my people. But I mean, it was a beautiful. I boxed him. I didn't even fight my style. He was a southpaw. I boxed him. I didn't set my feet. I just boxed him. You feel what I'm saying?
Fucked up the church's money though.
Messed up the church's money. So after I did that, that's how I got the Pascal fight next.
Okay. And how was that experience going into that fight? Was there any shenanigans before that with the fight being made, or anything crazy, or just straight up fight? Did you have to go through
say that one more time?
Did you have to go through any shenanigans or anything
crazy?
Yes.
I can't remember specifically, but I can tell you this. Same thing with the driving around. That's how they get you to drive. They drive you around the way you out. That's first part. Yeah, they drive you around the way you out. I flew in. What we do, because I ain't had time to get my passport. It was like a short notice type thing. They drove us to. I flew into I think Vermont, somewhere up top. Then we drove in a shuttle with Pascal face on it. It was Pascal. What's my man's name? Adonis Stevenson. Hold up. I'm telling y'all, so I just let y'all know it was Pascal, Adonis Stevenson, and Lucien Boutte. So I'm riding around in the van with all these guys' faces on it. You feel what I'm saying? But
it was in Canada.
I'm in Canada, right?
Yeah.
I remember Vermont, but they sent the shuttle that way to get us, and I guess whoever we crossed the line. I ain't have to do nothing. We crossed on over the line, went on in. We did what we did. But it was more of the same, just a bunch of games, you know what I'm saying? But what I did on them was I pulled the card on them. I got some money out of them. Something happened, and I was like, I could tell, like, this is a big fight. I said they had the posters everywhere. I said, I tell you what, then we gonna do, like, I'm going home. Cause I knew they didn't want me to go home. So I pulled the call on them. So I got some money out of them with that one.
Oh man. See, that's crazy. I never heard of anything like that from somebody from the B side coming in.
I knew they needed me to fight. So, you know, they acting like they don't care, but I know you care. You got this man face everywhere. I know.
Wow. That's crazy. I got one more question about your career, and then maybe KG got questions, because I wanted to focus a little bit on your career. So you guys were up here earlier talking about your wild boy parties and all that stuff. You know, I'm a good boy. You got to fight at the Playboy Mansion. How was that, fighting at the Playboy Mansion? What was that?
Playboy Mansion.
You know what? Let me tell you about that fight. That fight was the beginning. That fight right there was the beginning and the end of me. What I did was I felt great in the training camp. And it was Wednesday night fights. I rode my motorcycle, which I was a damn fool for doing. And I was feeling good. I had to catch a plane the next morning. So what I normally do, I still do this to this day, is I stay up all night. When I got to catch a flight early in the morning, close that door like that. When I got to catch a flight early in the morning, lock it, baby. When I got to catch a flight early in the morning, I stay up all night, right? So I'm up, I feel good. I done got my weight cut down. I'm ready. I was out there. My boy's still outside. So I get on my bike. I ride over there where they at, right? So as I get over there, they out there popping wheelies and doing. So I got a higher boost. I'm driving 1,300. You know how you boost, right? Yeah. So I'm popping wheelies or whatever else. So man, my dumb A. I came up the hill, popped the wheelie, but when I came down, I don't know what I was thinking about. But I hit the back brake and then hit the front brakes at all. That thing slid it probably slid about a quarter mile. I'm not even exaggerating. It slid. You know, it just slid through. And I guess I panicked. I didn't even think to hit the front brake at all. It just slid. So the back brakes just slide. So when I came down, I'm at the curve where we got a sharp hook to the left. So I locked the brake down and it slid all the way through. I hit a driveway that's raised up from the ground. It threw me off the motorcycle. I skinned up my back. I got tattoos on my back right now to cover that up. If you ever see my back, I got tattoos on my back. That's why I got them. So I got tattoos on my back. But anyway, I fell off. I scraped my back up, scraped my shoulder up. If you go watch that fight at the Playboy Mansion, I did get stopped, but at the very end, you can see me hanging on the ropes. You can see my back is white. You see all the white on my back. You ain't no tattoos on my, huh?
All that white meat, huh?
You see all that white meat on my back. Yeah, what I had to do, listen, that was a Sunday. That was Sunday morning. That was Saturday going into Sunday morning. And we flew out Sunday morning. And what I did was I kept Vaseline on it and I kept, listen to me, I kept punching the whole time until I got out that ring. I'm talking every chance I got up because I had to keep the cracking and it's a burn. So I had to keep from setting in, right? So I was shot shadow box all day. I kept Vaseline on it just, so I could keep it loose, right?
Yeah.
So I keep it moving. And that's what I did. So I fought that fight with I had just 2 days. I was 2 days removed from just getting up off the pavement. You know what I'm saying? And my guy who did it, Henry McKenna, we cool now, but he cupped his hand. He cupped his hand. This is how he threw his right hand. And when he cupped his hand, let me shut up. I don't want to get too much sauce. I'm gonna let it ride. I ain't got nothing to say.
All right. No, I was just curious. That was all I had, about your career.
Yeah, but my career, that was the beginning of the end, right there. I started losing after that, like that. I started losing.
But you fought some named guys. You fought Guerrero.
Yeah.
Dominican guy. You fought Dominic Wade, another.
Dominic Wade, Guerrero, Edwin Rodriguez. What happened was, at the Fernando Guerrero, that's why I said I had a vertigo, and that pretty much happened after that fight right there.
Wow.
So what I did was, I kept feeling good, and I just get dizzy when I was in the ring or whatever. And then I was told my coach while we was sitting in the stands one day, they paid me cash, right? So I'm sitting in the stands after Fernando Guerrero. Y'all go look at my record. I retired in 2009. I came back in 2011, fought Dominique Wade one more time, and then I retired altogether because I ain't a loser. You feel what I'm saying? I'm a winner. I don't lose. I don't fight for money. You feel what I'm saying? I've been straight. That's what people don't understand. Like it's a certain level of money. I I made it out the mud. I made my way to the mud and out the mud by myself. You feel what I'm saying? Raising 4 kids by myself. So that tells you my mental fortitude right there. So I don't fight for no money. I'm not nobody punching bag. I don't need a couple $1,000. I don't need 10,000. So I don't need none of that. I ain't finna fight for none of that. I left all of that on the table. They were still offering me money, tens of thousands of dollars to fight. And I was like, no, because I know I wasn't, able to fight. And I came back and fought Dominique Wade because I was sparring again. I felt good again because with headgear on, I'm fine. So I was sparring again. I was like, man, I feel good. I was like, shit, I'm 31 years old. You only got one life to live. So let me give it one more hurrah. You feel me? So this time in this fight with Dominique Wade, he didn't. I don't think I went down or nothing.
Another phone call.
I went down.
There you go.
Hold on. I don't think I went down or nothing. But I came back. I told my coach. I stood up on the last round. Because I told him sitting in the bleachers after for the Guerrero fight. I said, bro, something wrong with me. I don't know what it is. I said, it keep happening to me. I said, I could be fine. If I'm falling sideways. I don't know what it is. I said, I got to stop for it. I got to retire. Right. So I stopped, went to work, did what I had to do. But they gave me a wad of money. That's why they said they paid me cash. So they brought me the cash. Gave me a wad of cash, all blues. Well, at the time, I don't remember they blues or not. But they gave me all hundreds, right?
Big face hundreds.
Big Bay, they gave me all hundreds, right? So I'm like, I said, see this shit right here though, this will get you. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what I said. But I was like, man, I still got to stop. Cause like I said, my self-respect is more important to me than anything. So I stopped. Like I said, 2 years later, when I came back, did it again. Right at the 6th round, after the 5th round, I got hurt and I started getting dizzy again. I didn't go down. I told my coach, I said, bro, it happened again, man. I said, I didn't sit down and then he put a stool out. I was like, nah, you can take that away. I said, this is it, bro. He said, what you mean? I said, it happened again. I said, it's happening again. He said, what you mean? I said, that shit is happening again. I said, it's the last hoorah. This is it, baby. Let's get it. Right? I did it. We went out there, did what I did. I didn't find out. My coach stopped the fight. I shouldn't have said nothing because his ass stopped the fight with 3 seconds left. You can go watch that fight. You can go look at their record. I think they stopped the fight at 2 minutes and 57 seconds of the 6th round.
6th round of 6. That's all right.
He stopped it with 3 seconds left. I just found out about 3 years ago that he stopped the fight. I thought the referee stopped the fight.
Damn.
And he was like, nah, I stopped the fight. Why you stop the fight? So I really shouldn't have said nothing at all. You know what I'm saying? As you see, I still speak clearly. I still speak fast. I still quick with it. I still got all that. So that's by the blessing of God. I make sure that I stay that way. And like I said, I ain't nobody punching bag. So if I don't come to win, I ain't coming at all. You feel me? If I don't think I can win a fight, I'm not gonna take a fight.
Yeah. For most of your career, when I look at your record, especially like Dominic Wade, I think he was undefeated. I think Guerrero was undefeated. Most of the guys on your record have winning records.
Yeah.
Like you didn't fight no guy.
No. One of them that I really, really, really hate was the dumbest ever. This was a B-side stuff, and he was a B-side fighter too. I can't remember. We was in Washington D.C. I left I had my molded mouthpiece. I left my book bag on the plane train at the airport, so my mouthpiece was in the thing. So I had to get one of them bootleg mouthpieces from Walmart.
Yeah.
Man, tell me why I'm the one doing the aggression. My mouthpiece kept coming out. They took points from me, and that's how I lost the fight.
Oh my God!
Now you talk about the B-side information. But I'm like, man, you got to be shit.
That's crazy. That's like well, we had a guy Thompson, Ross Thompson from Buffalo. He was telling us like they kept calling him for holding and they taking points away. He got disqualified, and he's like, let him do what he did, wanted to do.
I remember that name, Ross Thompson. He definitely from my era. I remember his name.
Ross was on too. We had him on.
He had to be 168 too. Was he my weight? He had to be.
He fought at different weights, but he was like welterweight, super welterweight.
Oh, okay. But I never remember. I remember his name though.
He did fight at a big weight, I think.
I remember his name. But yeah, man. But yeah, it's all good. And like I said, B-side information. But thank God I was able to get my son out of that. And I figured out later on, I was done with boxing, but I figured out later on what I went through wasn't for me. It was for my son. So, of course, I'm all in with me. You feel me?
Look, I got one more question, and we can go ahead and shut this down because we over 2 hours. But I got one question, and I know this bitch gonna drag it out a little bit. But what are your thoughts on maintaining the same training staff versus fighters that bring in new
No,
people
no.
or
Say
change
that again.
things.
But what are my thoughts on what?
Huh?
What are my thoughts on what?
I see your thoughts on fighters that, you know what I'm saying, maintaining consistency with the training team that they have versus fighters that choose to add new people every camp or change trainers every camp, or you get what I'm saying?
You must be
Like,
taking
like
shots at. You must be taking shots at the Haney.
see, you said that. I didn't say that.
You definitely taking shots at the Haneys.
I could have been talking about Anthony Joshua. You know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
you taking shots at the Haneys, but no,
It's not a
you're
shot.
absolutely.
It's not a shot though, but I'm just saying.
Nah, it's a reality. It's a reality. It's not a
Yeah,
shot.
yeah,
It's a reality. No, I agree
yeah.
with you. Fighters who do that, what they do is they short themselves of an identity. They short themselves of an identity. Like Brian Norman is usually this, but we can do this, this, and this. You feel what I'm saying? But he still has an identity. You feel me? When I watch Devin Haney and I watch some of the things he's doing, I'm speaking of him because that's who I saw getting somebody for every single camp, thinking that's making a difference. You think you picking up game and soaking up game from everybody, like we said, but sometimes they can play against you. You feel me? You got to have somebody that can touch your spirit. You feel me? That's why with Brian Norman Jr., I'm the one that touches spirit. You know what I'm saying? I'm the one that do the try. I'm the one, if you ask him, I'm the one he trusts to say whatever, and that's what it's going to be. And by my knowledge and my experience, we ain't going to have to worry about what do I do next, Dad. He caught this on, Dad. We ain't got to worry about that because I got enough knowledge to know what to do next. I don't need nobody to help me figure out what I need to do next. I know exactly what to do next. You feel what I'm saying? So when it comes to that, that's an advantage I think we do have over a lot of people is we can circumvent and come up with our own game plan on the fly. B. Norman Jr. is a complete fighter, and I cannot wait to November the 22nd to show the world. The only thing I can think of that could hurt that, but that's why I'm also thinking about calling out all the elite fighters. It's if you go out there and wipe them out anyway without using any kind of boxing ability. If you go out there and just catch them with some or, whatever, which is it's a very strong possibility because it don't take a lot. Like people thinking you got to cut the ring off, you got to catch a chicken. No, you don't. You just got to know what you're doing.
You catch a guy and freeze him in front of you.
You just got to know what you're doing. You feel me? These people don't know what they're doing. Listen, man, I can't believe that I've been in the game for over 30 years and I feel like I feel like I'm one of the top. I'm like, because I'm listening to these guys. I'm like, bro, these people are idiots. I'm serious. I'm listening to them like, you don't even know what you're looking at. You feel me? I'm looking at what they're saying. I'm watching them look at this. I'm watching fights. I'm watching David Fire. I'm listening to what people are saying. I'm like, bro, these people are plumb idiots. You feel what I'm saying? And you ask me, how can I say that when Devin elite or this person elite, that person elite? Because my son is moving up the ranks and he doing what he doing in a much better fashion. And somebody about to prove me wrong. We about to prove him wrong. You feel what I'm saying? That's how I know. You ask me how I know because I know what I'm looking at. You feel me? So anyway, these guys are idiots. I see it as, man, it's a way to simplify everything and make it work. You ain't got to go do calculus to get a multiple. You ain't got to do calculus to get a simple addition problem. You ain't got to do that. You feel me? So, it is what it is. But now I think that a fighter should have, his coach. I think his coach should know what he's doing. If anything, stick with that coach. That coach knows the fighter. That coach knows what make the fighter tick. He knows what make him tweak. He knows what make him turn. They got this connection. And if you got that connection, you have to know how to make these changes. You feel me? Yeah.
So, but I mean, Bill Haney and Devin is the same scenario. You don't think? Like Bill had his son and he brought his son to where he's at now.
You ain't hear what I said at the end?
I definitely hear what you're saying. But
I said at the end. What I said at the end. No, they have that. I got nothing but respect for that. They have that dynamic. I mean, look, again, I always gave them props. I always gave them props. I'm like, but again, now that I'm looking at it from a competitive standpoint, I'm like, bro, you cook food. You mess with it. You stumble on the wrong anthill. That's all I can tell you. You thought you stepped on the anthill, but you really stepped on the landmine. It's a landmine up under that anthill because he finna bite the shit out you and you finna get blown the hell up. You know what I'm saying? I'm so serious because I'm looking like, bro, you got all the props in the world for doing what you're doing. But then when I stopped just like I did with Jerron, and I stopped and I look at you from this point and I look at you from that point. I'm like, oh yeah, it's over with for you. It's over with for you. You ain't heard me talk about it about nobody else. It's over with for you. That's it. It's over with. So again, I'm a fighter. They got that connection, but Bill doesn't know. He doesn't know. Me, I can visualize, I can see, I know. I have the ability to know how it feels when you get hit in the mouth and you don't like it.
Yeah.
I know what to do when you get hit in the mouth and this man got some power.
Yeah,
I know what to do when I know exactly what to do when that man got some power.
Mm-hmm.
I know what to do. You feel what I'm saying?
Look, you know, it's a difference between a guy that got power and that guy that got power to make them punches stick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when them bitches stick,
why you hit it on it? Why you sound like you know a little. You sound like you know a little something. I'm so serious.
This guy,
But that's what I'm saying, Bill.
I'm trying to be like you want to grow up, man. No, but
this
yeah.
guy's still sparring.
But look, Bill Haney clearly doesn't know that because that's why you had he figured us out, Dad. That's why you had he didn't know what to do with the Ryan Garcia Ryan Garcia fight, and the adjustment that should have made there was the easiest thing in the world. That was like the most that we shouldn't even be here. That was the most basic fight he had in the world, and he should have won that fight. He should have won. That was the most basic fight. Ryan looked horrible.
Yeah, I mean, Ryan only won the rounds that he dropped Devin.
Yeah.
You know, other
There's
than that,
no way. There's no way in the world. There's no way in the world you go 12 rounds and you allow that to happen. There's no way in the world.
They just had the wrong approach and the wrong game plan.
And
I think my personal opinion is, I think they got suckered in for them having the wrong game plan because the way Ryan was acting. So they probably felt that Ryan was taking it. That's what I feel.
But you making my point. You making my point. It's not about the game plan. You got to be able to circumvent and reroute, and you got ready to call an audible at the end of the time on the field. That's what a good coach. That's what a good coach does. Yeah. Oh no, they reading these plays. They got our playbook. Guess what? This is what we're gonna do. Boom, 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 boom. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah.
I totally get it. I totally understand.
Yeah, real spit, man. Real spit. But man, we're gonna do this again, man. We're gonna bring your ass back.
Clean fighter.
As a clean fighter. Come back as a clean fighter again. But man, hey, Senior. I told you I was gonna get you on here, man. You told me you was gonna come. You know what I'm saying? You gave me the shameless plug, man. You've been plugging that t-shirt all day, man. Cause like you said, you made it yourself.
I'm a man of my word, man. Clean fighter, man. Clean fighter. Get with it. Clean fighter, baby. Get with it, man. Brian Norman Jr. been taking people out since he could take people out, man. I'm trying to tell you. He said, I wish I had my other phone, man. I could send it. I want to just show you. I just want to send you the one picture. I just want to show you the one picture of how he looked, bro. How much of a baby he looked. Matter of fact, hold on one thing. I might have to hang up and come right back. Hold on a second.
All right. Man, hey, I'm gonna say this even though he's still on the show. This is a good one, man.
This was back-to-back weeks. We get people from Georgia, man, from Atlanta area, and they keep us overtime. They're making us work
hard. Of course, man. That's why they got OTX there, man.
That's why they got OTX.
We got extra rounds here, man. Extra rounds, not just one round. We got extra rounds, man. And shout out to the chat, man. I appreciate everybody for being here.
Yeah, we definitely
staying locked in, listening to us there, shoot the shit. You know what I'm saying, and listen to Senior tell some good stories, man.
Yeah, I appreciate everybody that came through today and showed love. And today's one of the better ones. I mean, I think we get better and better each week. Even though Brian kept us on our toes, he kept me on my toes. Brian Norman Jr. came in early. I didn't expect that. You know what I'm saying? And this is good. This is fun. It's educational. I think this is one of the reasons why I like doing the Tales of the B-Side, so people can understand what some fighters got to go through. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely. And in this case, what a father goes through for his son, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying, building his career. So So shout out to he coming back because he really wants to.
And he really wants to. This is going to be a huge fight. I think we got a big fight coming up in Canelo and Bud. But I think Brian Norman Jr. versus Devin Haney is the most intriguing fight. Meaning, I really want to see how it plays out. You know what I'm saying? So, I think when you got Bud and Canelo, I think you're going to get a fight. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be a winner and a loser. We know that. But I think in this fight, I'm intrigued to see how it plays out. That's what it is. So to me, this is the most intriguing fight of the year. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's going to be fight of the year or not, we don't know until the fight actually happens. You know what I'm saying? So, but to me, I'm more intrigued and looking forward to this fight Bud and Canelo. So, but that's just me. Yeah. So he's gonna come back in, and yeah, man, we got some other ones. We got some other fighters we've been talking to, setting them up for the next coming weeks. Not sure what's going on next week, KG. You're gonna let them know, or we'll let y'all know this week.
Yeah. We'll most definitely let y'all know, because we might have another good storyteller. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna put you know what I'm saying too much on it until I get a full confirmation. But
yeah,
if this gentleman comes on, we're gonna get some real good. You know what I'm saying? If you thought Senior had some good stories, this guy has historical stories about just yesteryear when it comes to boxers in general. You know what I'm saying? So y'all stay tuned. So if I get a deadlock, you know what I'm saying, with this
so I just wanted to show y'all this now. I want to show y'all.
Let's see it, man.
I'm going to explain the story. I'm going to explain the story. This boy's about 25 years old at the time, right? Now, B hurt him he hurt him so bad, bro. The man sat there. We done pretty much closed the gym down. Hold on. You got to be able to see it. Can you see that?
I'm going to have to put on my glasses. That's just crazy.
I got to put on my glasses.
My wife laughing at me. That's nuts.
All right, the guy on the ground.
The guy on the ground. You got to see B face, though. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm saying, but how old is B there? Because he look tiny.
I'm about to show you. What I said. You got to see his face. That's what I'm telling you. When I show you his face, you go like, what the hell? This boy about 20-something years old. Hold on. Can you see it?
Look at this. I got to put on glasses.
See it?
Oh, man. Wow.
All right, so watch this. So the boy, he took a body shot, went down, took his gloves off, took the headgear off, took everything off. He still stooped over, laying down, right?
Uh-huh.
Hold on. Can you see? Hold on. Can you see B face?
Wow.
You look like
see how little this boy is.
Yeah, you look like a little ass kid.
You see this little that boy look 12 years old. I think he about 14.
Like little league baseball.
He about 14 right here, but I think but look, bro, he looks so little, man.
He looked like what he looked like is my daddy told me to do it.
Hey, he'll show tell you that my dad. He always said my dad. Look, he always said my daddy said. Look, I happen to have another one right there. I can show you. Look, he's been laying people out, man.
Wow.
You see this?
At 14.
This is flat. This is a dude laying flat. He been doing that. So my question is, to all of these people and clean fighters and this, how has he been able to do this all his life? He's been doing this all his life.
Wow.
He's been doing it all his life. This is not going to be no different, man. Let me tell you something. The only way I can see, again, if I'm wrong, I will eat all the crow. I come on here and give him all the props. I come on here and give him all the respect. I come on here and bow down, but you are the man. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The only way I can see him do anything with my son is a whole new fighter coming in that gym. I ain't worried about who training them. I ain't worried about Andre Ward training them. I ain't worried about Chance. I ain't worried about Canelo training them. I ain't worried about who else say they want to train them. I heard today Shannon Briggs say he want to train them. Mickey Bay tell me I know how to beat him, but you gonna get that man beat up. You don't know nothing. You feel what I'm saying? They don't even know what B Norman can do. That's the problem. You're looking at what you're looking at. You think all you got to do is, no, you don't know what he can do. Mm-hmm. You have no idea what he can do. You have no idea what his physical capabilities are. We've seen all of Devin's physical capabilities, and the way you know that is we've seen him do it. We've seen him in trouble, in big trouble, where he had to make an adjustment that he did not make. We see him in the situations with Lomachenko and with Ryan Garcia, where he needed to make some big adjustments and no adjustments were made at all. We saw that. Yep. Ain't no tools. Bring your Allen keys, bring your wrenches, bring your specials, bring your torques, bring your torque screw, your torque bits. Bring them all. We ain't bringing nothing but an Acme hammer. We're bringing the Acme hammer and a couple of skates. We have some skates too. We're gonna bring an Acme hammer and a skate. Cause what we're gonna do, we're gonna be skating around the arena with an Acme hammer.
You're gonna be a skate key.
Is the hammer gonna say Acme on it?
You know, hey, y'all remember the Acme hammer from Little? Hey, look, so we're gonna put some skates on. You'll be skating around the ring. You're gonna be like sharks in the water, skating around the ring. Look, wait, bring that shit up. Come on with your little wrenches and your screwdrivers. Come on, bring them on. Boom, break it all up, knock the whole toolbox loose.
Oh man.
Well, we got to fight, Brian. We got to fight.
Absolutely, man.
I mean, all the Devin Haney fans that are watching are probably going to beat me up later, but you know, I got to take it. I just want to thank you for getting me beat up. I appreciate you for getting me jumped, but you know, it is what it is. This is what we do.
Check it out. Don't beat him up. Tell your man to get up off his ass. Come out here and do what he need to do. Tell your man, tell his daddy, tell whoever, come out here, show us what's going on, tell us what the level's going to be, and then on November 22nd, show us what the level we're going to be. What they say, put up or shut up, we're willing to put up and we're going to shut you up. That is what it is. You feel what I'm saying? Let's get it. They don't want to talk. They don't want to talk because they already made that mistake and they got them sound bites from Ryan. He's an A+ fight. You know, you using that Floyd shit. He's an A+. He's not my A+ fighter. He's a C. No, he not. That C fighter whooped your ass, and you couldn't do nothing about it. That C fighter whooped your ass. No matter what you want to say, your boxing abilities, your supreme feat, your supreme jab would have whooped that Austrian hook. There's no way around that. You're not faking me. That Austrian hook should have been beat by them elite feet and that elite jab you say you got. Show me. Prove me wrong. Shut me up. I've been asking somebody to shut me up. Please. Come shut me up. Put me out my misery.
Oh, man.
All right, man. We gotta hold it down, man.
Not only AG and Brian Norman are wild boys, you know, they're troublemakers too, man.
What we do, man?
Troublemakers, man.
Hey, he called me a young
Don't get mad. Hey, don't get mad at us for being clean fighters.
I know, right?
Don't get mad at us for being clean fighters. We clean fighters, man.
Man, this is
we clean fighters, man. Hey. Clean. So you said you got Haney fans watching, right?
I know we're gonna have some, and we have.
So do me a favor. Do me a favor. When y'all get a hold of them, them 2-3 Haney fans. I'm just talking trash. But when y'all get a hold of them 2-3 Haney fans that's watching, I want y'all to ask them why were they okay with him saying that Brian Norman need to test immediately, and then when he agreed to test immediately, why are they okay with him saying, with Devin saying, that's right, do as you're told? Why, when Brian Norman came out clean, y'all said, you're supposed to come out clean? Explain those rules to their game, please. Explain the rules to their game. We didn't know the rules. I'm sorry. Look. It's only one of us that hangs around a known drug cheat. It's only one of us. It's only one of us that hangs around a convicted felon. It's only one of us. It's only one of us. And that's not by opinion. That's to all the Haney fans. Is Victor Conte a convicted criminal? Is he banned in every other sport outside of boxing? I know a lot of y'all don't want to say yes, but the answer is yes. It's yes. Google it. Look it up.
He's changed his life.
Look, Google it. Look it up. Chat GPT it. AI it. Siri it.
But senior, they said he paid his debt to society. He changed his life.
Okay. But also, after he paid his debt to society and changed his life, he came back and said he know how to beat the test. Is that true?
He did say that. Yeah.
He said that after. Wait, did he say that after he changed his life and paid his debt to society?
He said that. I think he said
that. Listen to me. Y'all have no legs to stand on. Yeah. You have no way around it. Just like, but it doesn't. I don't care what the hell Devin on. I don't care what he on. He better be on some damn. He better be on the Flash. That's all I can tell you. He better be on something else. I don't care what Devin on. He better be. Hey, he better. I know. You know what? He better be on some damn gamma juice. He better be getting some gamma radiation. That's what the hell he better be doing. That's what he better be doing. That's what he better be on. I don't care what he on, bro. Devin Haney not making it out that ring. He not making it 12 rounds with Brian Norman Jr. with me in there. And that first round is gonna tell the tale. He not making it out that round. He not making it 12 rounds. The first round is everything. He's not making it out that ring for 12 rounds. Close the door and lock it. Close it. Let him in. He not making it around that room, out that ring after 12 rounds of being there with Brian Norman Jr. Not with me coaching. It ain't gonna happen. I'm not gonna allow it to happen.
November 22nd, ladies and gentlemen.
November
You got to
2.
fight.
Brian Norman Jr. turned 25 on November the 33rd. I mean, November 23rd, 33rd. November the 23rd. November the 23rd, Brian Norman Jr. turned 25 years old. He'll be making his third title defense since turning 24 years old in 1 year. No other fighter today, no other world champion today is doing like that. No other champion is making a fight 7 days after their last fight. No other fight is fighting month after month, after a couple of months. No other fight is fighting like that. Devin Haney, last to my knowledge, I think Devin Haney fought 5 times since 2023. What are we talking about here? You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We finna fight 3 times this year. It's a different level, baby. It's a different level. Hey, it's a different level. Devin Haney, Bill Haney, and you ain't on it. How about that? It's a different level, and you ain't on it. You ain't on it, my friend. We're gonna show you better. We can tell you, put up or shut up. We putting all up, and we gonna shut you up. I'ma holler at y'all. Hey, and Bill Haney, you can't beat me at. Hey, Bill Haney, you can't beat me at nothing. You can't beat me at nothing. I don't even play golf, and your ass can't beat me at that. I'ma holler at you, dog.
All right, peace, brother.
All right.
Peace, bro. Salute.
Man.
You know, we're going to get in so much trouble, man. I'll tell you right now.
We're already getting in trouble.
I'm getting jumped. I'm going to go outside.
We're currently
be a few Devin Haney fans.
We're currently getting counted.
I didn't say anything wrong.
You didn't. We didn't. No, but I'm saying we're currently being counted right now.
I was trying to play devil's advocate, and I was trying to be as fair as possible. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But hey, that's my guy, man. That was dope, man. Brian Norman Sr. Appreciate you for coming on with us. That was great. I wanted to talk a little bit about his career. I think maybe we should bring him back and talk a little bit.
We can, but like in this moment, bro. I think what was said, you know what I'm saying, is what was said because, like I said, I think it caused a chain reaction. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I was surprised that Bill Haney pulled up.
Well, he did, but he's somewhere else right now. So.
Oh, he is? Well, yeah.
Yeah, you don't pay attention.
Is that a meaning? Am I supposed to?
You don't pay attention to your DMs.
No, I got my phone right here, but I told you I need my glasses. Jesus Christ, man. Let me put my glasses. You DM'd in the chat or in my phone?
I DM'd you.
Oh, no, I'm not paying attention to my phone, bro. Seriously.
But
as you can see,
shout out to the chat.
Oh, shit.
Shout out to the chat. Look, we're gonna wrap it up. Shout out to the chat. I want to thank everybody for pulling up.
Oh my God, I got like a bunch of messages here. I
want to thank Brian Norman Sr. for pulling up, for some stories. I want to thank Brian Norman Jr. You know what I'm saying? That was what was unexpected. You know what I'm saying? But he pulled up. Yeah, he gave us some of the time. It was good talking to the Normans. You know what I'm saying? Brian Norman Sr. represented the clean fighter. You know what I'm saying? T. So you know what I'm saying? He did his thing with that. You know what I'm saying? He said he was a man of his word. He showed up. Showed out, you know what I'm saying? And we broke our record again, you know what I'm saying? Last week's show was the longest show, and this week turned into the longest show. But it was with good reason, you know what I'm saying? Good show, good content, you know what I'm saying? Good talk, you know what I'm saying? What you got, Thomas, before we get up out of here?
No, nothing. I got a lot of messages I got to reply to. It's crazy. But this was great, man. Listen, Tales of the B-Side is supposed to be educational. And listen, at the end of the day, this is fun. This is content. You know what I'm saying? But it's mostly for whoever we have as a guest, for them to speak, for them to use this platform and tell you, their experiences, what's going on in their boxing careers, whether it's coaching, whether it's fighting, whether it's, managing, whatever it may be. It's them. It's their words. We're here to ask the questions and to learn from it, just like the people that come and watch us. That's what it's for. I wanted to talk about the career. We were talking about his son and Brian Norman Jr. and Devin Haney, November 22nd. And you know what? That's what fighters do. The guys that are involved in this is what they do to build the fight. And this is what it is. When you're in a fight and you have something that's coming to take your head off and you're about to do the same thing, this is what happens. That's just what it is. So nobody can be mad or upset. I joke around a lot. I'm a clown. I joke around a lot. Listen, I'm not in trouble. I didn't do anything wrong. KG didn't do anything wrong. Listen, we're just here, talking boxing. You know what I'm saying? So I think this is great, and you've seen this is like
check this out, Thomas. I don't mean to cut you off. I ain't here to apologize for nothing.
No, but this is 14th episode.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
14th episode of a different person coming up here and sharing a story or 2 or 3 or 4 stories, talking to us about the business of boxing and what their experiences are and what may happen in the future. And you know what? Next week is going to be episode 15. or whenever we come back on, it'll be 15, 16. We're going to have other experiences. You know what I'm saying?
Plenty of different experiences.
That's what it is,
Some
man.
y'all gonna like, some y'all not gonna like. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it's the stories.
Yeah, that's what it is, and this is good. And I think everybody that came through, I think they enjoyed it, and hopefully the people watching the replay, they enjoyed it as well. You know what I'm saying? And listen, if you guys got a comment or a problem or issue or something we could do better, or maybe we should ask questions we should ask, leave a comment. Let us know what's up. You know, we're learning as well. You feel me? So that's what it is, bro. That's it. So I appreciate, like I said, I much appreciation for everybody that came through and that watches the replay.
And on that note, until the next time, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, shout out to everybody once again. Shout out to the Usual Suspect 6. Shout out to Sports Talk Network. Next time, man. Next time.
Y'all get an opportunity at the belt for once again. We so blessed to fight him.
Listen, we're giving you an opportunity.
He got the belt.
He got the belt.
He came to y'all. He got the belt. He did not come to. That's what you say. He did not come.
No matter how they try to belittle you, attack your character, create lies and false narratives, understand two things. We dress clean and we fight clean. Salute to the clean fighters.
They claim that this community is so drug-free, but it don't look that way to me.
And I started thinking to myself, man, what did he do to make them niggas that mad?
Like Usual Suspect, kid.